Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 3 days to the 2025 Joy News Impact Makers Award this Saturday, June 28th. Be our special guest as we celebrate the 10 finalists making extraordinary impact. Hello and welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, hits 103.9 FM in Accra, on Love 99.5 in Kumasi, and all affiliates across Ghana. You also find us on myjoyonline.com, YouTube, X Spaces, and Facebook. Coming up, former GRA boss Reverend Dr. Amoah and 2 others in NIB custody over SML probe. We have details coming shortly. Also coming up, government signals return of 1 city fuel levy on as global oil prices stabilize and the backing of driver unions.
We still have challenges when it comes to procurement of liquid fuel. So the law has not been repealed. The 1 city addition is still on our books, and that the implementation, the effective date for implementation will happen when government deems it fit.
In business,
Joy Business to host thought leadership program on the economic risks of distant conflicts to Ghana. We'll tell you more on the Joy Business Report.
I will bring you the latest in our climate focus series, telling you about how eco-conscious startup Akoto Craft is turning coconut waste into treasure. These and more coming up with me, Mami Sinyamiche Thompson. Stay. Now, former Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Reverend Dr. Amoah, along with 2 former workers of the GRA, are in custody over their alleged roles in the Strategic Mobilization Limited scandal. The 3 were detained by the National Intelligence Bureau last night after failing to meet bail conditions following interrogation by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. Manasseh Azure has details of this and joins me on the line with more. Manasseh, who are the other 2 officials and what more can you tell us about this?
Yes, the other 2 officials are Dr. Isaac Crenshaw, a former commissioner of customs at the GRA, and Christian Tetesoti, who was a technical advisor to the Commissioner General of the GRA. Both Isaac Crenshaw and Christian Tetesoti now work as managers of SML, the company that GRA contracted under those dubious circumstances when they were working at GRA at the time.
Okay, so what is the current situation? They're both still in custody, right? Why are they not able to get bail, and what is the steps their lawyers are taking?
Well, I don't know for their lawyers, but information I'm getting is that the Office of the Special Prosecutor interrogated scores of people linked to the SML scandal. And then yesterday, it was the 10 of these ones, even including the former GRA Commissioner General, Emmanuel Kofi, who I'm told appeared very frail when he came for the interrogation. But they were given bail conditions which they could not meet. So the Office of the Special Prosecutor, I'm told, took them to the NIB, formerly BNI cells, last night. And it is hoped that today or in the coming hours, their lawyers and perhaps relatives would want to find steps to meet the bail conditions so they could be released.
But briefly, just before you go, what roles did they play in the scandal? Have they been formally charged?
I cannot tell of the formal charges, but I know that as a Commissioner of Customs, the SML scandal started at the Customs Division at the ports. And then that was when the former Commissioner of Customs, that is Dr. Isaac Crenshaw, worked. And then Christian Tetesoti was a technical advisor to Emmanuel Kofi Nti. So it is assumed, and some say he may have played some roles in perhaps advising that the services of SML should be engaged, but he is also on the other side of the investigation as the managing director of SML, the company involved in this, and also Isaac Crensel is a general manager of SML. So either way, they may have played a role first as employees of GRA and now as managers of SML, the company at the center of the scandal.
Right, thank you very much. Manasseh Azuri is an investigative journalist. Now, government has hinted at a possible return of the suspended 1 cedi fuel levy, saying it could be reintroduced once global crude prices are stabilized. Initially slated for implementation on June 16, 2025, the levy was shelved by the Ghana Revenue Authority amid the Iran-Israel conflict and intense pushback from driver unions and oil marketing firms. But with tensions easing, the authorities say concerns raised have been addressed, paving the way for a potential rollout. Richmond Roxon is spokesperson for the Energy Ministry.
Government will consider bringing it back.
So if I understand, it's not completely off the table?
No, the law has not been repealed. It is still the law. The basis of introducing that law is still persistent. We still don't have a dedicated fund when it comes to power. We still have challenges when it comes to procurement of liquid fuels. So the law has not been repealed. The 1 cedi addition is still on our books, and that the implementation, the effective date for implementation will happen when government deems it fit.
Well, the GPRTU, which once opposed the levy, is now backing it after meetings with government. Abbas Moro speaks for GPRTU.
We are free going about buying our fuel, but if it is being introduced, definitely we are going to pay for. Oh yes, of course, we are going to pay for, so definitely. So who wouldn't want to keep his money? If you are going to spend some of your money and you are going to keep the whole money that you have, are they the same? They are not the same, but the reason behind it, that is going to save us from not getting into doom. So that is why finally we all have to give up.
The minority in Parliament has strongly condemned the mass dismissal of 100 staff at the Bank of Ghana. Speaking at a press briefing in Parliament, the Member of Parliament for Savelugu, Hajia Abdulaziz, described the terminations as a deliberate violation of legal procedures.
These dismissals carried out without just cause, consultation, or due process represent a clear violation of our Constitution, labor laws, and basic decency. These workers lawfully carried, recruited, and properly vetted were contributing to national development. Yet, without warning, they were dismissed and massacred.
While Parliament has also approved all 7 Supreme Court nominees of President John Dramani Mahama, the approval process went through fierce opposition from the minority, who described the process as a constitutional crisis. We'll bring you more on this in subsequent bulletin. But just before we head out, they're sold on nearly every street in Accra, fresh, sweet and satisfying. But once the coconut water is gone and the flesh scooped out, what's left behind is becoming a growing environmental concern. But Akoto Craft is finding innovative ways to transform this waste into something beautiful and sustainable. Esther Nkrumah has more on this report.
If you ever traveled along the Adabraka Road opposite the Iran Hospital in Accra, you're likely to have seen it. A towering heap of coconut husk stacked high. But behind this pile is Ayoko, who has spent years collecting this husk. She tells me what first inspired her to start this.
Some coconut sellers used to litter the streets with husks after selling. Whenever it rained, the entire area became messy. But since I started collecting them, they no longer dump the waste into gutters or on the streets. Instead, they bring the coconut waste here, where recyclers pick it up.
Ghanaians consume coconut every day, but the husk they toss onto the street, damp in drains or burnt in open spaces. Some local innovators are choosing a different path. Akoto Craft is transforming discarded coconut shells into beautiful jewelry, bowls and souvenirs.
And that report coming up shortly in other bulletins. I beg your pardon. That's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joy 99.7 FM. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make I feel the gobe too small.
The go.
Yo, Pana. Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
See, your rich auntie gets more from Absa. Your childhood friend gets more from Absa. Your favorite uncle gets more from Absa. Your roommates gets more from Absa. Digital solutions get more from Absa. Rewards be bring get more from Absa. 5-star treatment get more from Absa. Preferential rate get more from Absa. Easy banking and no ane Absa. Instant loans and no ane Absa. Bank papa party and no ane Absa. FTK accounting get more from Absa. Yes, join thousands of Absa customers enjoying priority treatment, preferential rates, amazing rewards, and seamless digital solutions to help you write the next big chapter of your story. Sign up for an Absa account today and get more. Your story matters. Absa.
Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush the clean and bright. Brush your teeth. Brush with mom and dad. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Pepsodent, cavity protection.
This advert is FDA approved.
After a long flight, Safari Homes gives you the peace to unwind. A short drive from the airport, convenient for all. For nature lovers, Safari Valley Resort is a hidden gem, surrounded by lush greenery and luxury amenities. A place where you can truly escape. Now, for water adventure, Aqua Safari Resort has it all. Jet skis, canoe rides, kayaking, and a visit to the estuary. And for more excitement, Safari Eco Park is the perfect place to get closer to some amazing animals.
Visit Safari World in Ghana, together bringing you closer to nature.
Basic bank is for all. We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is for all. We are not just a bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Kojo, it's 3 a.m. What now?
Ya tisubiomo, ya tisubiomo.
Kojo, not again. It's 4 a.m. What's now?
Sorry. Last year was Yatisubium. This year, crowd, we've gone lower. Yasaya Tiso. I'm back with good news. Amazing news. I've been Soko. SG Ghana loans are back with even lower interest rates. If you're a salaried worker, whether you're on CAGD payroll, work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. Whether it's completing your dream home, paying school fees, or handling other personal needs, SG Ghana has the perfect loan for you. Walk into any SG Ghana branch from now till September 2025 and ask about Yasaya Tisu Loans promo. Let's help you get things done. You can also call 0302-214-314 for more details. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Right, so welcome back and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. And Total Energies, Total, we go the extra mile for you, which means we can get into the Joy Business Report. Brought to us by MNC Properties, a member of MNC Group. MNC Properties, choice of class, Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. And Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank. Agbafu.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm great. You?
I'm fine. As you can see, I'm doing very well.
Yeah. Nowadays, every morning when you wake up, you just have to look at what is happening on the international front.
I've checked the crude oil prices already.
You have to check what's happening with Israel and Iran and then Trump. Yeah.
I mean, I've checked the crude oil prices already. Sure. You think we are here today? But you know, Darrell, this morning we have a very, very important conversation starting at 9 a.m. We're going to be joined by Dr. David Ofosu-Dotte, who is a senior partner AB and David Africa. We're also going to be joined by Professor Godfrey Bokping, who is professor of finance at the University of Ghana Business School, and Humphrey Ayim Dake, who is the president of the Association of Ghana Industries. Now, the conversation is premised on this. Just listen to something.
Despite the work we have done in stabilizing the economy, Ghana is not immune from the shocks of global events. Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices and prepare measures to protect the recent gains that we have made.
I am Ghanaian, so I am concerned about global happenings.
Yeah.
But I am more interested in how we respond locally. I am more interested in how we build resilient economies so that we are insulated from these. And that's a conversation I want us to have this morning.
Because things are going to happen globally, externally. You should always expect something. And so how do you insulate yourself?
Good. And you know the famous, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail.
Yeah.
So how are we preparing? Because you've heard set tech say, no government can govern without experiencing external shocks or conflicts. Please, how do we ensure that we build a resilient economy that can withstand all the shocks? Is our conversation. So the conversation is not going to be centered mainly on, crude oil prices are going up. No. It's a conversation about the Ghanaian economy.
Yeah.
And how the Ghanaian economy can withstand shocks. So this morning at 9 a.m. on the Joy News channel and on Joy 99.7 FM and all our social media handles, you have to be part of this conversation. You know, we do this with you. So join us, let's have this conversation. But Mami's Nyamiche Thompson brought us, the 6 a.m. news, spoke to Manasseh Azuri Awine, the former Commissioner General
of the GRA,
Dr. Mishadai Usamwa, former SEBS Commissioner, that's Isaac Krentel, and former Technical Advisor Christian Tetesuti, all in NIB custody.
This is wild.
Yeah. So we're following up on that. Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. We're going to be talking more about that. We'll be bringing you updates on that, by the hour update. So just stay with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM.
All right, you want to sound the trumpet this morning?
Yes. But I have to say good morning to Dr. Abdul Tanko.
Okay.
He used to be at the National Cardiothoracic Center. He's now at the University of Ghana Medical Center.
Okay.
The man that attended to me when I had some cardio scare, at some point in time, I went for this ECG and the people told me that it was like I was going. So
I mean, you can laugh about it now.
Yeah, but at the time, so when I called him, I was scared. He said, "Oh, Winston, you're talking to me, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Then it means you're not going to die.
Oh,
relax,
wow.
relax.
Wow.
Come. Let me attend to you." So let me say special good morning to him. And the way he went about it, because I sent the report to him and I was scared. When it happens like that, you're looking at your family, you're like, so am I going to die? Anyway, so Dr. Abdul Tanko, good morning.
Good morning to him.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for saving Winston's life. Well, this morning, we want to sound the trumpet for Tekpe, economic advisor to the president. He's launching a book today, Value Added Tax in Africa, the Ghana Experience at the Ghana Academy of Arts and Sciences. That's at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Before you do that, the trumpet is brought to you by ECG. Follow ECG Official on all social media handles. Download the ECG Power app and go to ecg.com.gh for more information.
Okay, so Mr. Tekwe, if you're listening, trumpets. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. My name is Darryl Kwao. Coming up, Joy Business set to host thought leadership program on the risk of distant conflicts to Ghana's economy. Also coming up, Finance Minister Dr. Kansela Tuforsen commences discussions with Chinese commercial creditors as he hopes to quickly secure a deal with these category of lenders. Also, standoff between Ghana and Afri-Exim Bank over debt restructuring could dominate the country's engagements at the annual meetings, which open in Abuja today. Details coming up. My name is Darryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. Hello to our friends listening from Koforidua on KT Radio. This morning, we build up to Joy Business's thought leadership program on the theme Ghana at Risk, the economic fallout of distant conflicts, set to take place this morning. Here's more. In a world as interconnected as ours, a gunshot in the Middle East has a rippling effect on other nations. The Israel-Iran conflict, now escalating beyond proxy wars, seems distant to the average Ghanaian. But as history and economics show, conflicts of this nature rarely stay regional. They become global storms, and Ghana, like many other economies, stands in the path of the fallout.
Recent events in the Middle East, which involve an exchange of missiles between Israel and Iran, have started to escalate crude oil prices dramatically. I've asked our Minister of Finance and Minister of Energy to keep a close eye on the development and model the possible impacts on our petroleum prices.
Meanwhile, Acting Chief Executive Officer of the National Petroleum Authority, Godwin Edoji Tamaklo, says the checks are in place to ensure that the war will have little or no impact on the nation.
With all efforts, we are confident that we wouldn't have any problem with supply disruptions at all.
President of GUTA, Joseph Obeng, said some members are worried about the impact of these rising costs on the operations and profitability.
The only problem that is going to affect us is the freight charges and the prolonged delivery of our goods, because most of these shipping lines are going to reroute.
Chief Executive of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies, Dr. Revesino Pong, says that we should expect a 10 to 15% increase in fuel prices if the war is not halted.
We expect 10 to 15% increase if this war is not halted ASAP, because obviously there is a direct correlation between crude oil prices and the plant price.
The Israel-Iran war is more than a geopolitical standoff. It is an economic wildfire that could sweep across economies like Ghana. While we may not be able to stop missiles from flying in the Middle East, we can and must shield our economy from their economic aftershocks. Well, that discussion is set to take place this morning. The panel will include economist Professor Boateng, President of the Association of Ghana Industries, Dr. Amfreyim Dake, and senior partner of AB and David Ofosu-Dorte. The program will be moderated by Winston Amoah. It will be live on Joy 99.7 FM, also on the Joy News channel, plus all our socials. So do stay tuned. Turning to other stories, Finance Minister Dr. Kansela Tuforsen has commenced discussions with Chinese commercial creditors with the hope of securing a deal with them. Here's more.
The Finance Minister, Dr. Tuforsen, is currently leading a government team in China with the hope of engaging these commercial creditors. The country is now left with reaching a deal on restructuring remaining 2.6 billion debt owed to the commercial creditors. Joy Business understands that a significant amount of this debt owed to lenders from China, Ghana, has already reached a deal with China when it comes to the bilateral debt. However, the challenge now is with the commercial creditors that are made up of commercial banks and other lenders that are owned by the Chinese government. Sources say the Finance Minister, Dr. Tuforsen, is quite hopeful a favorable deal can be reached at the end of deliberations with these creditors in China before he jets home.
Meanwhile, billions of dollars of funding deals are set to be closed for Ghanaian companies at the meetings. A government's decision to restructure debts owed Afri-Exim Bank could dominate engagements. Here's George Afe with more.
There is currently a standoff between the government of Ghana and the African Export and Import Bank, Afri-Exim Bank, over the decision to restructure debts owed the lender. The issue has dragged over the past month and it appears not to be ending anytime soon. Afri-Exim Bank has argued that it is not a commercial lender, but a multilateral institution, therefore it should be excused from any debt restructuring, like what Ghana has done for the IMF and the World Bank. But the government on its part has argued that under the debt framework agreement reached with the IMF and the World Bank, Afri-Exim Bank doesn't qualify. Government has also argued that granting Afri-Exim Bank's request could disrupt the whole debt restructuring program by the government of Ghana. Well, let's see how things will pan out and whether there could be some agreement reached over the next few days at the annual meetings of Afri-Exim Bank in Abuja, Nigeria. Meanwhile, billions of dollars of trade deals are set to be finalized for some companies in Ghana and in the African region at the annual meetings of the Afri-Exim Bank, which opens in Abuja, Nigeria today. The gathering is bringing together more than 6,000 delegates, including global leaders and heads of state from the African region and the Caribbean. The meeting should end with the election of a new president by shareholders for the Afri-Exim Bank.
Well, George Afe with that report from Abuja, Nigeria, where the annual meetings of the Afri-Exim Bank is taking place. Now, energy expert Kwame Janto is urging government to draw on Ghana's stabilization and heritage funds to provide urgent support for the country's struggling energy sector. He warns that the growing financial strain within the sector threatens the wider economy and is calling for a strategic, transparent use of funds to restore investor confidence.
Way of start paying those debts off. Some of the debts are immediate, some are to the IPPs, some are to buy fuel, build some of the sovereign account. One is the stabilization fund. We need to build it, not cap it. Right now, I would like to find out, because you know the Heritage Fund is going to be due next year. That money that has been accrued in the Heritage Fund for the last 15 years, it indicates that we can only use the interest, not the primary amount. What are we going to use with the Heritage Fund? All these things need to be planned, and I guess government needs to start looking at how we are going to spend that money.
Kwame Jantua is an energy expert. Now, the Minister of Environment, Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed, has announced that he has presented a memo to Cabinet to roll out the usage of electric vehicles in large quantities in Ghana. He says that the initiative will be undertaken in collaboration with the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition. Speaking to journalists at the 5th edition of the 2025 Environmental Sustainability Summit, organized by the Business and Financial Times, Mr. Mohammed said government is first targeting the infrastructure for charging electric vehicles and also providing tax incentives for manufacturers.
Let me give you this example. E-vehicles, electronic vehicles. I have already sent a cabinet memo. We are looking at how we can move from the use of fossil fuel to electronic, means of having this vehicle. There are two reasons why many Ghanaians are not interested in getting the e-vehicles. One, we don't have the infrastructure. If you have an e-vehicle, then you must have the charging system at home. So, and some of us have seen an e-vehicle which can move about 500 kilometers. So if I'm going to my constituency in Tamale, 500 kilometers, if I charge it in Accra, I won't get to Tamale. But now, if we provide the infrastructure, and we are looking at providing them at certain vantage points. Once the infrastructure is there, the other one is to see whether we can give them some tax breaks such that they bring them in at cheaper cost, and many Ghanaians will be willing to buy them.
You had Minister of Environment, Science and Technology Ibrahim Murtala Mohammed. You are listening to the Joy Business Report. Now, once an IT professional tethered to a desk, Bernard Ofori swapped code for coals and built a culinary empire, one grilled catfish at a time. Now, the founder of the Catfish Grill is making waves again, expanding his menu beyond catfish to include vibrant, mouth-watering new fish recipes. The Joy Business van heads back to the Catfish Grill located at Senko Venue in Accra after 9 years.
Hello Joy Business fan, welcome to the Catfish Grill. I'm Bernard Ofori, the CEO and founder of the Catfish Grill. We are the best catfish grill in the business. Come with me.
9 years ago, IT professional Bernard Ofori turned his passion into a plate of success. From keyboard to charcoal grill, now the Catfish Grill is a household name. Bernard is going beyond catfish, diving into exciting new waters with bold, flavorful recipes.
We've developed a sandwich range. We're doing wraps, we're doing burgers, we're doing po' boys with shrimp, we're doing po' boys with catfish and a nice remoulade sauce. We're doing caprese sandwiches with fish and shrimp, which comes with basil and pesto sauce with our own mayonnaise, which is a spiced mayonnaise. It's yum.
Catch Bernard Ofori's inspiring journey, the Catfish Grill, this Wednesday on the Joy Business Van. Alright, that's 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Before we go look at the markets, the dollar going for 12 cedis, 60 pesos. That's what Forex bureaus are offering their clients. The British pound, 16 cedis, 70 pesos. The euro going for 14 cedis, 20 pesos. The commercial banks quoting the dollar at 10 cedis, 35 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil staying at $68 a barrel. Gold increased by more than $8, open trading at $3,331 an ounce. Cocoa trading at $8,763 a ton after increasing by $229. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for watching, and do stick around. 9 a.m.
Great, of course, 9 a.m. Saboteurs, just
I was told that.
Reminding you that
thanks for watching. I'm not on TV. Thanks for listening, everyone.
But some are watching too.
Oh yeah,
yes,
it makes sense.
Yes.
Thanks for watching and listening.
Great. $68 a barrel. Yeah, that's
yeah. But see what's happening with the city. 12 cedis, 60 pesos. We're at 40 pesos, and now it's.
Well, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. Right.
Let's, so stay with us.
Well, what was making the point? 9 a.m.
9 a.m. Yes.
The thought leadership program on.
A fantastic one.
Looking forward to that discussion.
We need to discuss the solutions. Most of the time we talk about all the problems, and I've always insisted that what really matters is how to solve them.
Yeah.
We know the problems, even though we say a problem well defined is half solved. We know the problems.
We know it. We discuss it all the time.
Yes. So let's get into it and solve the problems. And that's what we're going to be doing this morning here on the Super Morning Show. And stay with us also. We'll be telling you more about the arrest of three former top officials of the Ghana Revenue Authority. Dr. Mishadai Owusu Amoah, Isaac Krenzel, and Christian Tetesoti. Stay with us. We'll tell you everything you need to know about the arrest. It started during the news at 6, but there's more that will let you know here on the Super Morning Show. It means we can bring you our inspirational song. It's Give Me Oil by Joe Metal.
All right.
And you just, in like 30 seconds, you want to blast in the language of the Spirit. Come on, lift it up. You want to pray in the
And that's Joe Metal with Give Me Oil this morning. That's our inspirational song here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And it means that we can get into our Drive Safe campaign, Kojo.
Let me say good morning to Mr. Soga first.
Blessed Soga. I was going to say good morning to
you. Someone was always going to talk about Give Me Oil. This morning, if you're a driver, a trotro driver, and all of that, you're looking at the pricing on the market because
the pricing can be better. But I am sure that they'll be looking at the crude oil prices and be saying, "Oh, but
are you sure it was an inspiration song or
no, give me oil,
a lamentation song?"
Let my light never be dimmed.
Yes, let my light never be
dimmed. Keep it burning.
I see.
There's you've not been to the Pentecost church before. No. Give me oil in my lamp.
I see.
Yeah. You don't know. I used to go to the Pentecost.
Also for Winston.
No. I was part of the Pentecost church for some time, but I'm a Methodist. That is on record, officially, on the 25th of December 1998. I was accepted into the membership of the Methodist church.
I see.
The pastor who superintended my confirmation was Reverend Peter Appiah Thompson.
I see.
Just to put that on record.
On that note, the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel, be visible, drive with your lights on. That's how you ensure your safe arrival. And this morning's tip is not about cars, it's about human beings behind steering wheels. Yesterday on my way home, I was so tired, and Charlie Nimeja, because there was traffic on the Medina Road.
I get you.
Then I look to my left and there is this young guy driving his mom. And the woman looks at me, smiles and says, "You don't like the traffic, right?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Just be patient. It's going to be all right." Just that kind word, right? Reset my mood. And I think I was angry because earlier somebody tried to cut in front of me and I didn't want to. I didn't want to. So this morning, look, if you're on the road, sometimes you wake up at dawn, it's stressful and everything, but share a nice word to someone in traffic. Give someone the chance to cut in front of you small. Keep tempers low on the road so that we are in the right frame of mind to drive and get to our destinations alive. I'm not telling you about brakes or tires. I'm telling you about you keeping your cool, being kind on the road, and everything will be all right.
Great, that's a good one. So please be calm on the road. But talking about being calm on the road, it will take us to Say It Right, brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either. I say.
Okay, so today's word is HALF. HALF.
Oh, we know it.
Go ahead.
It's easy. Half a loaf is better than none.
Say it again.
Half a loaf is better than none.
I like how you're hiding. So half. The L is silent.
So I say calm.
I say calm. Now I say calm, not calm. So I did yes. So
challenge me do first.
So I gave the clue by saying yes. So now let's get into half.
Yes.
Please don't say half.
So if you're a Gamman and you can't mention H, you say
On that note, let's get into the newspaper review.
Good morning, Joe Spencer.
What else?
Give me half of your water.
But I've been trying to understand that because anyway,
I see the soup is hot, so it's half, not half.
Nope.
Okay,
half. Let's get into the newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tanker, you're stronger, you're tough, and Access Bank more than banking, and then Kel Charcoal Toothpaste, happy Smile.
I'll start with the Inquisitor. It has a big story for the day. OSP detains 2 ex-GRA gurus. I nearly said ex-gratia.
Can you imagine?
And I don't earn ex-gratia. So OSP detains 2 ex-GRA gurus, but the story is actually 3 people from GRA who the officials are dealing with. Galamsey Task Force, a nationwide operation. Ghana now hosts over 100 Chinese-owned manufacturing firms. This is according to Julius Debra, and some other stories on the front page of the Inquisitor.
Now, I mean, quick one on that. Ghana owns one.
Ghana hosts over 100 Chinese-owned manufacturing firms. You know, there was a Ghana-China forum. Was it yesterday or Monday?
How many Ghanaian-owned manufacturing firms do we have?
Oh, we have a lot.
Okay.
We have quite a lot.
That should be our focus going forward.
We have quite a lot, but the scale.
You see, that should be our focus going forward. Because you must always think also about ownership of your economy.
Yeah.
It's one of the things we don't talk about. No. Who owns the Ghanaian economy?
Taking commanding heights of the Ghanaian
That's
economy.
what we should be talking about.
And Winston, what you're talking about is on the front page of the Ghanaian Point, because Julius Debra is also captured here saying that we want more Chinese manufacturers to set up in Ghana. So that's what perhaps government is also looking at. It's on the front page of the Ghanaian Point. And then the bigger story is about Galamsey as well. We are not involved in Galamsey. We stand by the visions and principles of President John Mahama. That's according to the National Security Coordinator, DCOP Abdul Osman Razak. Then the story has been trending for some days now, but the Ghanaian Point is also talking about it. It says University of Ghana School of Law applauds Ibrahim Mahama for generous cement donation to new complex. For many who don't have the background, you know, his pledged support for the construction of the new law school, and he's giving, I understand, the cement required for the entire construction. That is the report on the streets, but maybe Winston will now come in and you know, commit to something else. I don't know what else you are committing to there.
Winston will supply all the meat the workers need for the duration.
Someone is giving cement. Give something.
I actually put a post on Facebook that actually farming no be easy.
Yeah, I saw that.
I woke up Monday morning. I was with Kojo, and I was told that my tank full of water and everything down.
Yeah.
That's when you know that you have to go and look for money. My guy, don't worry. When I make money, I'll do these things.
Talking about money, the news center leads with a big money story. 1.8 billion Ghana cedis paid for public lighting, but street lights, traffic lights don't function. NPA's actions caused $40 million loss to us. This is the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. It's related to the Lakan issues at the port and how, according to the Seaboard, some vessels are unable to offload their consignments because the NPA usually will change the schedules and it costs them demurrage, and it's costing them about $40 million. Now, NIA staff declare indefinite strike over unpaid allowances. This story also says that they've decided to go on strike because some allowances that were paid because they earned very low wages have not been paid for some time now, so now they are going on strike. NPP summons flag bearer hopefuls to ease tensions, and Mohammed's Supreme Court picks cleared after stormy debates in Parliament. And
maybe it's a good time to say congratulations to all the 7 nominees. Now they are Supreme Court justices. So the Daily Graphic is also talking about that. Says Parliament approves President's 7 nominees to the Supreme Court. Then the royal visit, which we don't seem to be talking about this morning a lot, but the King of Swatini has been speaking about that. He's been espousing the vision that Africa needs more internal trade. So that's the bigger story on the Daily Graphic this morning. Then the NPP story about the flag bearer elections, the timeline sparking controversy, equal to the former Attorney General, has also been weighing in. Italy is converting 70% of Ghana's debt to grants. Yesterday, when the Speaker was announcing the number of countries and creditor committee members that we have to settle, Italy was one of them. It appears that they are giving us some goodies. So some cash.
Must be happy. He doesn't have to deal with Italian debts.
But the grants, obviously, you have to meet the terms, and I hope we do meet the terms that they're giving us.
Anyway, the custodian Seaboard fires NPA for disobeying presidential order. This is still related to the other story in the other newspaper. Albert tipped to retain GJA presidency. Elections committee dismisses petition. NDC voters
the
back.
Chief of Staff is here, so you have to be mindful.
Who's that?
The usual suspect is here.
This is Albert Jufo, GJA president. NDC voters back Ken in NPP 2028 race. APL survey reviews.
The APL survey, the interviewed NDC members. The interviewed NDC members.
Charlie, one of these days
to find out whom they support.
We should dissect the political stories, the angles, the nuances, the numbers, the data, the insights. I'm saying NDC voters
because well, then if that's the case, yes. I don't know whether people look at this, but if you say the NDC are backing a candidate, they probably will be backing a candidate they don't want you to elect.
Yeah,
is that the case? I don't know.
I don't think it's far-fetched as well, because if you look at the story of Alan, you want to have that posture where you try and convince your party delegates that, well, I'm the one who is able to easily reach out to the other camp. So maybe that's the angle from which these researchers are trying to look at it, to see if Ken will be the one to indeed go and just pull back some votes and following from the NDC side.
He'll be the one. The people know that their candidate can easily beat.
Yeah. That could also be a strategy for the NDC members.
Okay, more stories from the custodian. There's a photo of the Savelugu MP on the front page. Beside her is the Achimam Punia MP, and the story says minority demands immediate recall of sacked BOG staff and NIA staff on strike over unpaid allowances. Now, if you go to the new publisher, 12-year-old boy hanged naked and tortured. The update is that the police has arrested the people involved in this. Minority vote against all 7 new justices to the Supreme Court. NPP summons flag bearer hopefuls. Schoolgirl dies while visiting boyfriend in Kaswa. And Mahama pushes for July 1 holiday.
The Daily Analyst is talking about COVID-19 again. This time around at the University of Ghana. University of Ghana records suspected and confirmed cases. We need to perhaps go into the details later on. They are also talking about the visit of the king of Eswatini, and police warns public against fake recruitment scam. Then it's not just money. Integrity counts. That's according to Oseiche Mensah-Bonsu, who is firing, according to the Daily Analyst, Kennedy A. Japan.
And finally, the Accra Times. World Bank UK support Parliament to build capacity of MPs. NPA boss allays fears Ghana has enough fuel. Ayariga Afenyomark and Lord World Bank UK facility. And Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Company to boost energy sector presents its 2025 work plan to Parliament. Now, on the Ghana-US visas processing scandal, principal actors accounts frozen at Black Cartel's Parliament.
The Ghanaian publisher is talking about COP Kofi Boachi, remove Kofi Boachi from police council. That's a businesswoman who's actually petitioned the Supreme Court to decide on the matter. Patrick Boama donates cash to the Ghana Pentecostal and Charismatic Council. Is also captured on page 8 of the Ghanaian publisher. Then restoring Songo Lagoon. Electrochem gets Dan Chief's backing. And MPP race Baumia pulls ahead. Is also on page 3 of the Ghanaian publisher. So these are some of the stories there.
Okay, I'm interested in the Eswatini King's visit to Ghana. As a man who loves Africa, we should be visiting one another. So I'm happy he's here, and we need to have more Ghanaians visiting Eswatini.
In fact, I was reading a funny comment online that per their culture, you can't look directly into the eyes of the wife of the king of Eswatini. That is what I'm reading.
Yes.
And someone came down to comment that then in Ghana, I'm sure that by the time he's leaving, so many people will be arrested because
no, but you see, even when you traditionally, if you say that your friend's wife is beautiful. Sometimes you're a suspect.
It's not correct.
You have to be careful. So don't pass comments.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Don't go and be passing comments. Oh, your wife is beautiful. Nobody has asked for your comment. Keep it to yourself. Let's get into the online news review. It's brought to us by Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
And of course, we also need to tell you about this because at Zenith Bank, we understand that sometimes the month actually feels a little longer than usual. And that's why we're here to ease your financial burdens. Apply for the Easy Cash and Easy Loan solution from Zenith Bank, also for MTN Momo subscribers. It's secure, it's convenient, it's instant, it's also collateral free. Yes, it's a loan with no collateral at all. So with Easy Cash, all you can do is to take care of your financial needs and emergencies with total peace of mind. So what you need to do is to dial *170, the usual code for MTN Momo, hit option 5 for financial services, then choose option 3 for loans, and finally option 6 for Easy Cash. Easy Cash, your easy loan in 60 seconds, and it's brought to you by Zenith Bank. So apply today. Zenith Bank is working in your best interest.
So DJ Agric, George Chris says, Massa, tell DJ Agric to move to Chado and stop whining about traffic.
DJ George Chris, how are you? How are you?
He has a play.
You want me to come to your house?
he has a play coming up. The Death and the King's Horseman. That's a play I'd love to see.
Yeah.
Death and the King's Horseman by Wole Soyinka.
You mean Death and the King's Horseman?
You're on your own.
Let me bring you the story from my Joy Online. SML scandal. Former GRA Commissioner General, 2 others in custody. Cocoa farmers optimistic about bumper harvest in 2025-2026 season. Minority slums unlawful dismissal of Bank of Ghana staff. Demands immediate reinstatement. NPP invites presidential hopefuls. Government sued over the appointment of COP Kofi Boakye to police council, and GBA President Abraham Kote Nikwe announces resignation, cites personal reasons. Now, NPP primaries, you can be an old guy, but if you are incompetent, you won't win. This is Asa Asante speaking. And please rescue abused boy in viral video. Arrest the 2 people involved. Now, the GBA I mentioned is not the Ghana Bar Association. It's the Ghana Boxing Authority. So for those who Ghana Boxing Association, not Ghana Bar Association. So for those who think the Ghana Bar Association president, that's not it. Now, if you go to citynewsroom.com, university administrators threaten strike over unresolved salary and allowance issues. Post 2024 dynamics favor Kenya Japan over Baumia. This is according to Rocky Obeng, and the same Rocky Obeng says over 600 kilometers of Western North roads were constructed under his tenure. Interesting. We need to go and verify some of these things. If you've traveled to the Western North, you know the nature of some of the roads, and those are stories on City Newsroom.
And probably we should chip this in because Daily Graphic is talking about that, the nature of our roads and the future of it, because the back page, you'd have it, it's not captured interestingly on the front page. It says stalled road projects due to debt. That's according to the Roads and Highways Minister. So probably something we should be paying attention to. Obviously blaming the previous administration for not paying off.
And Winston and Blessed, let me take you to the High Street Journal this morning because they are asking a very important question. Why are we still paying the toll debt recovery levy while the debt keeps rising? Why are we still paying that levy? It's a big question that they are asking. And the other one is, will the government revisit the fuel levy now that global oil prices are falling? These are 2 big stories on the High Street Journal website.
Okay, it means we can get into the details of
Yes.
Maybe we should talk about the roads then, because the Minister for Roads and Highways, Kwame Gavin Zagbocha, has disclosed that almost all road projects across the country are currently stalled due to debt. Now, he says that the projects had stalled as a result of the unsustainable levels of awarding road projects without any regard for the availability of funds. Then he continues to say, quote, the previous government awarded road projects without regard for the availability of funds. There's also a portion where he's saying, quote, we will do this as part of a big push to prioritize the completion of some roads, which he says includes, for instance, the 33.4 kilometers of Angkor and Soam road dualization project. So that's key on the agenda for the road minister, in spite of the debt that is being recorded in this sector.
Whilst we talk about finding money, let's engage the contractors to make good certain portions of the roads that are creating problems for commuters, so that at least whilst we deal with the money issues, commuters can easily also get to their destinations. Now I'll take you to my Joe Online. The big story, SML scandal. Former GRA Commissioner General, 2 others in custody. The story says a former Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Reverend Dr. Amishada Amoah, and 2 former officials of the GRA are in custody over their roles in the SML scandal, according to information exclusively available to manassehazuri.com. The other 2, according to sources at the OSP, are Dr. Isaac Krenzel, a former Commissioner of Customs, and Christian Tetesoti, a former technical advisor to the Commissioner of the GRA. The 3 former GRA officials, 2 of whom now work for Strategic Mobilization Limited, spent last night in the cells of the NIB, formerly BNI. They were placed in custody after they failed to meet bail conditions following their questioning and arrest by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. The SML scandal was revealed in an investigative documentary by 3 former reporters of the Fourth Estate, Evans Aziamo Mensa, Adrado Biowusu, and Manasseh Azuri Awuni, after a year's extensive investigation into the shady operations of SML. So that's the big story for the morning.
The story, Winston, also about COP Kofi Boateng retired. I hear there's a businesswoman who is in court now. The name is being confirmed now by the Ghanaian publisher. The name is Henrietta Nana Yao Simpson. She's going to the Supreme Court, asking the Supreme Court to declare as now void and unconstitutional the appointment of the retired police couple as a member of the Ghana Police Council. So that story is also on page 2 of the Ghanaian publisher.
And this morning we have the big conversation coming at 9 a.m. and the topic is about how strategically we are running the country, right? David Ofosudote is speaking, Professor Bobkin is speaking as well.
Humphrey Ayimdake would also be joining us. And
related to that conversation, I want to bring back some of the things we've been discussing on fuel. You know, High Street Journal is asking questions about TOR. They're asking questions whether we'll bring back the fuel levy. Now, the MPA boss's story is still in the newspapers, and I'd like to draw attention to it and refer to something on the NPA's website to show you that we still need to do better. Now, he's allaying fears, and he says Ghana has enough fuel. And speaking at Royal Senchi during the Energy Committee of Parliament meetings, they had a retreat. He disclosed that Ghana currently has over 200 million litres of petrol and more than 150 million litres of diesel reserve, quantities which, according to him, was sufficient to stabilize the market in the medium term. In fact, some papers reported that, in fact, it's here, and I quote, he said, "I can assure the good people of Ghana that currently, as we speak, we have enough stock or reserve to last us beyond 2 months." Now, Winston, if you check the MPA's domestic national supply for 2025, in January and February, right, we used 500 million litres of petrol and 420 million litres of diesel.
Hold on, Kojo. Let's go for the BBC News. When we come back, we'll give you a chance to, address all of these. The BBC News brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
Turn it into a career. Gamers can be thrust into big money tournaments at the age of 15. But what do you do once your playing days are over?
Next, the interview. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, The Interview. Conversations with the people shaping our world. With me, James Copnell, presenter of the BBC's Newsday. For this episode of The Interview, I spoke to the former Prime Minister of Lithuania, Andrius Kubilius, who has taken on the newly created role of EU Commissioner for Defence and Space. It comes at a time when Europe faces multiple challenges, including the ongoing war in Ukraine, the increased threat posed by Russia in the east, and uncertainty over America's foreign policy priorities.
Since 1990s, we were not taking care too much about our defense. We were relying on American presence. We need to change that attitude because Americans also are saying that they are concerned about rising Chinese military power, and that's why perhaps their presence on the European continent will start to diminish. And that is why European Union needs to take care about defense of Europe.
Andreas Kubilis. Hear more on the interview after the news.
Hello, I'm Govinda Gill with the BBC News. The fragile ceasefire between Israel and Iran appears to be holding. Lis Doucet is driving to Tehran and says for Iranians, life as they know it has changed.
At the main crossing from Turkey into northeastern Iran, many more Iranians were leaving their country than returning, visibly exhausted by their long journey to the border, laden with bags, a sign they're not coming back soon. There's enormous relief here that Israel's bombing has stopped, but great skepticism too. It's a temporary truce, one man shouted at the border. Everyone huddled with him said the same. Daily rhythms have started to resume, but only slowly. The authorities still haven't restored the internet. Airports are shut. The sale of petrol is restricted. University students haven't been able to sit their exams, and government employees are still working from home.
UNICEF has sharply criticised the food distribution system in Gaza by the Israel and US-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation. The UNICEF spokesman, James Elder, said depriving a population of food and then forcing them to go to a combat zone to receive aid was ludicrous.
I met a little boy, a 13-year-old boy. He saw people going to one of these sites. He got hit with shrapnel from a tank shell. When I met him in hospital, he had injuries to his pancreas, to his stomach. Just wanted to sit up with me while we tried to tell his story to get a medical evacuation. After 2 weeks on the day I left Gaza, he died. That little Abdullah Rahman, 13 years old, died of those wounds. He died while trying to get food for his family. This is not an isolated incident.
The Israeli military says 7 of its soldiers have been killed in southern Gaza when their vehicle was hit by an explosive device. It believes militants planted a bomb on their vehicle while they were driving in Khan Yunis. On the second day of the NATO summit, leaders are set to sign up to a new spending target of 5% of their nation's GDP on defence. Nick Beek reports from The Hague.
Donald Trump's first NATO summit of his second term has been anxiously anticipated by some allies for some time. European partners failing to pay their way on defence has been a recurring and irksome theme for the president. But keeping President Trump sweet has come at a cost for Ukraine's President Zelensky, who has been invited to The Hague but won't take part in the main meeting, and discussions for a new Russia strategy have been dropped. Despite protestations from some members, notably Spain, the 32 leaders are set to sign up to the new spending target, although expect the language to be elastic and the time frame vague.
Nick Beek with that report from The Hague. World News from the BBC. The progressive candidate in New York's Democratic mayoral primary, Zoran Mamdani, has declared victory, saying, "Tonight we made history." The 33-year-old newcomer is poised to win the Democratic nomination, although more rounds of voting will need to be held in the primary vote. Mr. Mamdani's main rival, the former New York State Governor, Andrew Cuomo, admitted defeat hours earlier. A court in Costa Rica has ordered the authorities to release foreign migrants locked up in a shelter after being deported from the United States. Some 200 people were brought there in February under an agreement with the Trump administration. Some have voluntarily accepted repatriation, but the court is demanding the release of the others and wants immigration authorities to determine what assistance they need. Japan says its first missile test on home soil was necessary because it faces a severe security environment. The surface-to-ship short-range missile was fired towards the Pacific from a training ground in Hokkaido. Japan usually conducts such drills in the US, and Tokyo has been bolstering ties with Washington to deter China's aggressive military. British scientists have reclassified a dinosaur unearthed just 3 years ago as a new species. It was originally labelled as Nanosaurus, but research revealed that to be incorrect. Georgina Ranard reports.
This Labrador-sized dinosaur had big feet and a long tail.
It lived around 150 million years ago in the United States. Like countless other small dinosaurs, it used to be classified as a Nanosaurus. But when the scientists realized it was unique, they named it Enigma cursor, meaning puzzling runner. It will now go on display next to a Stegosaurus that lived in the same place at the same time, but is about the height of a coach. The findings could shed light on how these early small dinosaurs evolved to become giants.
BBC News.
Hello, I'm James Copnell.
University of the Free State Bloemfontein visits Accra, Ghana. Explore world-class degrees, exciting student life, scholarships, and opportunities to study at one of Africa's top research-led institutions. Visit the University of Free State's mini undergrad and postgrad open day at the Pelican Hotel, Cantonment Road, Accra, Ghana, on the 25th and 26th of June from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. See you there.
That's it. Brush your teeth every day and night. Up and down and all around. Brush your teeth right. Brush your teeth. Brush it from and down. Underneath and in between. Brush the germs away.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
Do you suspect you didn't get the right amount of fuel? Do you have issues about the quality of fuel you bought? Or did you experience bad customer service at the filling station? Don't stress. The National Petroleum Authority, NPA, is here to assist you. Reach out to our call center on 0302 550 380. That is 0302 550 380. Or feel free to walk into our office located at Jowolu off the N1 highway or any of our regional offices to make a complaint or inquiry. If you experience any of these at the filling station, you have up to 48 hours to report it. NPA, where customer care meets excellence.
It's time to tarry and tarry again. Are you ready for Stand in a Gap? It's that time of the year where we gather and pray for revival, miracles, and breakthroughs. Stand in the Gap, 48 hours non-stop prayer. Join us tarry in prayer, by prayer, through prayer, as we wait upon the Lord from Thursday 26 to Saturday 28 June, starting 6 p.m. at the Prayer Factory, Jowolu, next to Allied Heights. Leading this charge will be our global lead pastor, Gideon Danso, Ben Dogu, Ampia Kofi, John Hanna, Matthew Thompson, Bradley Knight, William McDowell, Nathaniel Bassi, Victoria Orenzi, Dusin Oyinka, Joe Metu, Ankulato, Sumi Sola Agbebi, EWC Live. A Stand in the Gap 2025. Burdens will be lifted and the heaven will open. Don't come alone, bring everyone. We have free transportation and we are leaving no one behind. For more information, kindly contact 055 100,002. There's a testimony with your name on it. Don't miss it as we gather for Stand in the Gap, brought to you by Empowerment Worship Center, where God lives.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Imagine waking up to serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in a gated estate you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to Western Villas, located at Mensa, where our stunning homes redefine elegance. At Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece, designed with precision and love. From swimming pool, gym, playground, beautiful landscaped gardens and private balconies, making every day feel like a retreat. We also have executive plots for sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located and offer unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and endless possibilities for executive living. With just 5% deposit, you can reserve your space. Contact us today to learn more about our luxury homes at Mensa or executive plots at McCarthy Hill. Call us now on 0536 502295 or visit www.westernvillas.com for more information.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castnet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Batman, all for it. Yes, them yes, them yes, them
vita chainra umina mu wakaza hiwa are ode me fanu mi mi bro mingo noyo mingo noyo mingo make it to a day mingo noyo mingo noyo make it to a day only ngetia me wa ma obey abrani etiete mema kesi don't know abeuzi mi another me audio disensunu abadian bani wanse audio adadia audio disensunu abadian bani wanse audio adadia adam basempra adadia adam basempra adadia onsi efisem hata odobugu bra onkasa zekayo arinipa kasa onsi efisem hata odobugu bra onkasa zekayo arinipa kasa
America, Doma, Virginia,
Yeah, that's it. That's Oforian Ponsa.
Yes.
And Sangmene.
Yes.
Samini. Batman.
Oforian Ponsa.
When he was in his elements.
Yes, before he got a missed call.
Pastor Lewa. Anyway, it's live here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Thank you very much for staying with us. And this morning, we're going to get into a conversation about Ghana. How we can build a resilient Ghanaian economy to withstand all the global shocks. You see, because then we've talked about the fact that when, these challenges hit you, economies that are non-resilient suffer the most. So how do we ensure that the Ghanaian economy is resilient to withstand shocks? Our focus this morning on the Joy Business Economic Forum is solutions. I know as a people we like to talk about the problems, but our focus this morning is on our solutions.
Yeah.
And that is just what we're going to be focusing on here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. So stay with us as Dr. David Ofosu Dote of Senior Partner AB and David Africa, Professor Godfred Bokping, Professor of Finance at the University of Ghana Business School, and Humphrey Ayim Dake, who is the President of the Association of Ghana Industries, will be joining us for that all-important conversation here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this morning also, we've told you of how 3 former top officials of the Ghana Revenue Authority have actually been picked up and detained by the OSP. It is the OSP that arrested these persons and detained them in NIB cells. Okay? Now, we have updates. And so stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be bringing you the updates shortly. Just stay with us. We're telling you more about the 3 former top officials of the GRA. Former Commissioner General Amishadai Owusu Amoah. Former Commissioner of Customs Isaac Krentel. Former technical advisor to the Commissioner General Christian Tetesuti, all currently in NIB custody after they were arrested by the OSP. We'll tell you more about that here on the Super Morning Show. But Kojo, before we went for the BBC News, you wanted to tell us our fuel consumption monthly on the NPA's own website. Yeah, so let's have that, and we could do the analysis and blend that with, juxtapose that with what the NPA CEO is telling us.
Yes, so, we've been doing a lot of reading and research on strategic reserves. First one we've started talking about consistently is fuel. The next one we are moving on to is food, and then the next one will be medicines, right? And if you look at our fuel consumption, as at last year, we consumed over 6 billion liters of the fuels domestically, right? Now, about a week ago, we started asking what our national reserve capacity is and whether we really have reserves, because whenever anything happens anywhere, it just hits us, right? And if you look at other countries, they are building strategic reserves of almost everything, so that should there be any global issues that must affect them, at least they have something to fall back on. But we don't seem to have that. So luckily, the NPA boss was in Senchi over the weekend, met the Energy Committee in Parliament, and he told them that, look, we have reserves of fuel, and that if anything happens globally, we should be able to go for about 2 months. Okay. Now, that, if you look at the data on the NPA's website, it's really not accurate. The figures he gave were about 200 million liters of petrol and about 150 million liters of diesel. If you look at our national domestic supply for January and February this year, 2025, on the NPA's website, for petrol, we've done 500 million liters. And for diesel, we've done 420 million liters. You can look at LPG, you can look at premixed fuel, you can look at ATK, you can look at marine gas oil, and all these things, we need them. The gas oil for the mines, the gas oil for our power plants, gas oil for cell sites, fuel oil for industrial use, fuel oil for power plants, they are all here. And I'll just limit it to petrol and diesel.
Please do.
If you put petrol and diesel, the numbers together, we've done 920 million liters for January and February, which is 2 months. There's the data for the other months, but I just want to stay within 2 months because he said we have enough to last us for about 2 months. And the numbers he gave were 200 million liters for petrol, 150 million liters of diesel.
350.
So 350. But in 2 months, we did January, February, we did 920 million. So we need 3 times what he mentioned.
Yes.
Realistically.
You're looking at 3 weeks.
Yes.
You actually
And I've not added the other ones. Okay. And I am worried because we cannot live in a country that suffers when things happen globally. Look, when COVID happened, you see, one of the reasons why our food inflation for years kept going up, when COVID happened, you import seed from abroad, you import fertilizer, you import weedicides, you import pesticides. So everything shot up.
Yeah.
We import fuel, we import all sorts of things. So what is our strategic plan? We've been looking at some of the work that has been done by the Energy Commission and all those. You know, at a point, one of the recommendations was that we should look at abandoned mining pits and shafts and convert them into strategic storage tanks for our fuels. And in this country, if you look at the fuel system, most of the fuel companies import at least enough to last for 2 weeks. So we're on a cycle like that.
Yeah.
And I think that we cannot live in this country without having anything to fall on.
But I feel that strategically there's a solution before us. Many did not pay attention to the visit of Aliko Dangote during the swearing in of John Dramani Mahama. Fortunately, he is a private individual that has set up a refinery.
Yeah.
Historically, and if you've read the literature around some of those who've worked with the PNDC government, you see clearly that for a long time, even before we started exploration, we used to, in one way or the other, use Nigeria as a backup plan in terms of uncertainty.
Yeah.
So I feel that's where we need to go back to, because if you look at how Dangote himself is being treated in his country, it appears that he's looking more outward than inward, because the cabal obviously would not allow him. So this is the time for me, I feel, that you have the NPA, the energy minister, who've already visited his plant, going back there to engage him so we can have more supply towards the Ghanaian
That
side.
is true. But you need 3 things to make this work. You need funding, dedicated funding to ensure we build national strategic stocks of the key things we need. You need infrastructure. Winston, how much storage capacity do you think BOST has?
Tell me.
If you look at BOST, their storage capacity for the 2 key fuels we use when it comes to petrol and diesel, we are looking at about 250 million liters for diesel, 174 million liters for petrol. If you put this together,
it can't even last you for 2 months.
If you put this together, it's about 426 million liters, right? 1 month. Now, and even this is not really strategic storage. It is storage capacity used to move and distribute products across the country.
Because it's capital intensive. I guess that's where the challenge is coming from.
You see, if the state cannot do it, then the state should incentivize somebody to do it. But there are certain things where the capital needed is so huge, that's where you expect the state to come in.
Yeah.
So we cannot always say that, oh, look, the BOST should be able to do this. TOR.
Yeah.
Now we're hearing TOR would resume full operations in October. We hear that all the time. I mean, we explain too many problems in this country. We never act.
You see, for the average Ghanaian, this is the problem. If we're a country that has strategic stocks to last us 2 years, for example, and something massive like this Iran-Israel war is happening, and global crude oil prices rose by even 50% or even 100%, and we did not have the money, we could fall on our strategic stocks to keep supply going and the prices at a very good place. Then we find a strategy to beat the global happenings and the global issues. But we don't. So, Blessed, look, today, if there's a war globally, a combat thereof, because you spent money on all sorts of things, one warehouse, one district, but there's no food anywhere.
Yeah.
What is our strategic maize stock? Can anybody in
fact,
government tell us that you have 200 million bags of maize stored? So a combat. Look in the Bible, and permit me, Winston, for 1 minute. the story of Joseph in Egypt.
Yes.
When he interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, there was going to be famine. But before the famine, they worked to store enough food to feed themselves and the sub-region.
Yeah.
And the famine that was quoted in the Bible is synonymous with modern things that happen, wars, disruptions to the global supply chain and all those things. So who sits down to say that Ghana is in a very crazy world where things don't flow smoothly all the time? So let's fix our strategic needs. Ochina, if matter come, why are you going to get your malaria drugs?
Kojo, that's why I still hold my view that our strategy should be short term for now. Because if we are thinking long term, you cannot have any solution practically in a space of a year or two. Almost all the interventions that the energy ministry is doing, the government is planning, are all 5 years plus, right? So your immediate term should be getting a reliable source. And for me, that's why I'm going back to the argument about getting our big brother supporters, because in terms of energy flow, you cannot do without countries such as Nigeria, and we need to bring in supplies from there, because that's where reliability will come through. The gas pipeline, for instance, that the energy ministry is the second gas processing plant we're building, will take not less than 5 years. I mean, that's a capital intensive project. So if you have that working and that coming on board, you will not have it within the next 5 years. Energy now is recurrent. How do you plug that hole, and how do you provide the energy, and how do you keep the gas pipeline flowing? So these things are the reason for which I say let's plan short term. Let's solve the immediate challenge of our strategic reserve, and then later we think about the capital.
You know what most 60-year-olds do? They go on retirement, then they sit back and enjoy what they've worked for, their pension, their savings, and their investments. Our country is 60 years old,
and we've lost the opportunity.
68
yes, and cannot afford to sit back and enjoy any retirement. Gold, we messed it up. Cocoa, we messed it up. That's my concern.
Okay, so it's a good conversation, and still to come this morning, we'll be telling you more about the arrest of former top officials of GRA by the OSP. We're told that currently 3 of them are in NIB cells. They were arrested by the OSP. We'll tell you about, bring you an update shortly. I mean, right after the sports, we'll bring you an update, because we're picking additional information on this particular developing story here on the Super Morning Show. So just stay with us. We'll tell you more about that. But as always, we do this show with you. Get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. But you know what, Ghana? Let's talk water tanks. And I'm sure you know the secret to real water storage. It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right, the tortoise tank. Syntex tank is the champion of water tanks. It's strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. So rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244 335-168 to buy now, or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank are strong, tough.
And if you are sending money across Africa, it's now easier than ever with PAPS. Now on your Fidelity mobile app, you can instantly send money to Nigeria, Kenya, Gambia, Liberia, Guinea, Sierra Leone, Djibouti, Malawi, Zimbabwe, and Rwanda securely, affordably, and in Ghana cities. No FX needed. So now, Winston, we can expand our tie and dye business across Africa. And here's how to do it. Log into your Fidelity Bank mobile app, go to transfer, select PAPS transfer. It's that simple. Whether it's for loved ones or business, experience the convenience of transferring money without wait or high fees across Africa on your Fidelity mobile app, or visit any branch near you. Fidelity is here for your journey. Believe with us.
And indeed, you need to be moving with purpose and arrive with presence in the all-new Peugeot 5008 premium 7-seater. Okay, I see the reaction there. Amen to your prayers.
Oh, it is well.
It is well. With that one, I can assure you, if you are driving on our roads, you don't even care who is fixing the roads for you.
The balloon ties.
Indeed, I see. Well, it's a premium 7-seater SUV that blends space, style, and smart innovation with a Peugeot panoramic ICOC bit. You have the 1.6 turbo engine, and also every drive will be a first class. So it's a good experience for business, family, or both. All you need to do is to drive that with experience of the 5008 Peugeot brand. Is built to impress, is of course serviced by Silver Star Auto. Call them now on 024 360 0664, or you can simply walk in, just as Winston will be doing in the next few days, and you'll be driving that premium 7-seater SUV. I know a lot of people are listening now. They could just dash him one.
Amen. Pressure for me. Amen. Anyway, and I'm sure once you have that, you know what you have to do. I'm sure you've heard about the incredible benefits of Exilium from Total Energies. Well, let me tell you more about this premium fuel with its amazing 3-in-1 power, because Total Energies has introduced Exilium new formula, the additive enriched fuel, with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives. Exilium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. Charlie, you will drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energies Exilium new formula. Choose Exilium, choose quality.
Now, if you want to get that car, the Peugeot 508 and 5008, now we see Canon Swan. SG Ghana has a Yasea Tisu loans promo. Yes, yes, it's a good time for you to get things done, and they are making it possible. Their low interest loans are back. Their Tisu loans promo is back. So if you're a salaried worker, whether you're on the controller's payroll, you work with an SG Ghana listed institution, or already bank with SG Ghana, this is your time. From now to the end of September 2025, apply and receive a loan from SG Ghana for your personal or business needs, and enjoy unbelievably low interest rates during the Tisu loan promo. Join thousands of Ghanaians transforming their lives with the money they need at the rates they love. So visit any SG Ghana branch today, or call them on 0302-214-314 for more details about the Yasea Tisu loans promo today. Terms and conditions apply. SG Ghana, the future.
Yeah, so when you get that money, you need to imagine yourself waking up in that serenity every day, surrounded by nature's beauty and luxury at your fingertips in the gated estates that you can be proud to call your home. Welcome to the Western Villas, located at the Eyimensa, where our standing homes redefine elegance. At the Western Villas, each home is a masterpiece designed with precision and love, from swimming pools to the gym, playground, beautiful landscape gardens, and also the private balconies. They're making every day feel like a retreat for you. So enjoy that experience as well, and also be a part of their executive plot sale at McCarthy Hill, strategically located to offer you unparalleled views, easy access to amenities, and also to ensure that you have the endless possibilities of executive living. With just 5% of your deposits, you can also reserve your space, and all you have to do is contact them and learn more about the luxury homes at the Yemensa and also the executive plot at McCarthy Hill. 0536 502295 is where you can get all of the details, and westernvillas.com is where you can get online information.
Well, you know it's mid-year already, okay? So if you're wondering where to hold your mid-year review and planning sessions or staff retreats to turbocharge your team for the second half of the year, my guy, there's only one venue. Safari Valley Resort. Now think of the green, serene environment, accessibility, meeting room capacity, flow and layout of space, room flexibility, quality of equipment, staff and first-class catering services. Then, Charlie, Safari Valley Resort is your only choice. I beg, write this number down and call them immediately. 0596 914 394. I'll take it again. 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer.
And Winston,
to
can we just say good morning to our friends there? You know,
yes, good morning to.
Let's say good morning to our friends there.
Yes, to Samuel Afari and NSJ.
Yes,
let's say good morning.
We're just saying good morning. That's all we're saying.
This morning, the mist and fog patches standing on the Charlie Safari Valley. We'll come. Now let me tell you about that car that aligns with your ambition, the Toyota Starlet. Is sold by Toyota Ghana Company Limited, and it should be your preferred choice for drive comfort. It's designed for those who crave beauty, performance, and safety, and the Starlet delivers the perfect value for your money. And it's a 5-seater, so it has enough room for you and your family. Rush to Toyota to buy the starlets, and enjoy 1 year or 20,000 kilometers, whichever comes first, free service with an extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Call Toyota Ghana Company Limited today on 0302 429 80125 for further information. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota.
And they've been doing this for so many years. Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and also furniture at affordable prices, has introduced an online store for your new shopping experience and convenience. So this means that you can now simply log on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically coming to any of their branches across the nation. It's hassle-free, and they would arrange and deliver to your homes and offices within a reasonable time. So they're offering you that free delivery service within Accra and Tema, and also they accept payments via Momo across all networks. So terms and conditions to apply, but at Kingdom, quality and affordability is their hallmark.
So let's discover MNC Properties Global, your number one partner in real estate, minerals trading and export, logistics and food commodity trading. With their global presence, they connect markets that drive business growth with tailor-made solutions to meet your needs. Trust them to maximize your value in every deal. Reach them on MNC Group at mncgroupgh.com. MNC Group, totally reliant.
And let me tell you about the Access Bank Faketwa Beji Kesia promo. You can win a share of over 500,000 Ghana cedis in cash and other amazing rewards like PS5s, iPhone 16s, Chromebooks, and so much more. There are 4 monthly mini draws and 2 mega draws, and it's running from now till September 2025. So to be a part of this promo, deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis into your new or existing Access Bank current or savings account to join the promo. Increase it to 500 cedis or more, and you qualify for a draw. If you're a youth customer with a solar account, spend 500 cedis or more with any Access Visa card and qualify for a reward. The more you deposit, the higher your chances of winning. So just go to any Access Bank branch, deposit, or you can call them on 0800 004400 if you want more information. You can also visit ghana.accessbankplc.com, and you get to join the Faketwa Beji Kesia trade. You get to save now for the future and win big. Access Bank, more than banking.
Indeed. But the fact also is that each time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and also in some cases you have foul breath. So brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter gives you and your teeth protection that they need, leaving them 10 times stronger. So Pepsodent Cavity Fighter is fortified with pro-fluoride and also micro-calcium ingredients that are sealing those tiny and invisible holes in your teeth. So this prevents cavities, keeps your teeth strong and also healthy. All you need to know is that there are different packs that it comes in. We have the 175 gram, which is a big family pack. You have the Ejakwa pack, which is 120 grams, and also the 65 gram, as well as the 12 gram sachet type, which you've seen on the market. So you can always get what you want and also afford at any time. So don't just use any kind of toothpaste. Brush your teeth in the morning and night with Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, and always remember to brush your teeth as well in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for the last 25 years. So Pepsodent is also doing this. They are recommended by the Ghana Dental Association, and each time you need some education, you can just call the toll-free number is 0800 161 000, and then you'd be talking to a dentist for free. Pepsodent, every smile indeed matters, and you can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. But Winston, I was just going to point out quickly that technical advisor, the Energy Ministry, Dr. Yusuf Suleiman, has been listening to us. He says that the second gas processing plant, which they are intending to build, will be ready in 24 months. That's their target. But then they are hoping to have a 6-month additional time where it will be running. So roughly 3 years. I think that's what
the national security strategy of Ghana requires that we have strategic fuel reserves, fuel and gas to last at least 6 months. The reserves.
So there's a shortfall, clearly.
Should last at least 6 months.
At what point in our lives as a nation have we had this?
Good question.
And at what point are we going to have this?
At least 6 months. Yeah. Now we're talking about we have 250 plus 200 plus 150, 350. That cannot even last us more than 3 weeks. Think about that. When we return, also still to come. Now more people were arrested by the OSP. More were arrested by the OSP. And so stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. We're going to be telling you what happened in those cases. Because more people, we've told you 3 are currently in NIB cells, but more were arrested. Those who met their bail conditions, those who couldn't, stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. And so your birthday messages, sports still to come, plus more on the OSP's arrest of these ex-GRA officials. We'll be right back.
It's your day off and you end up looking after the baby while your wife goes off to work. You realize you have no idea how to change a diaper, so you video call your wife.
Hello, darling.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Kojo, is everything all right?
Everything is not all right. I'm not seeing Topo. How do I change a baby's diaper, please?
Kojo. Okay, first, put the diaper.
The video call freezes. While you wait for the internet to catch up, the baby sprouts a fountain and wets the diaper. As you are getting a new one, your wife comes back online.
Kojo, no.
But I have to go and get a new diaper. What must I do next? I beg, quick.
Open the front of the diaper. It's the side that has...
Wow, look, the video freezes again. Abba.
By now, you know where the conversation is going. There's no buffering in real life, so why accept it from your internet connection? Get connected and experience ultra-fast internet to your home, powered by MTN Fiber Broadband. From the Internet Masters.
MTN, everywhere you go.
Ever wondered what else your Standard Chartered Visa card can do? It is not just for taking money from ATMs. Your Standard Chartered Visa card is the enjoyment card. Use it to shop at malls and supermarkets and for all your online transactions. Book and pay for that overdue vacation online and win fantastic rewards like airtime, Melcom gift vouchers, and a weekend stay at a plush hotel and many more. It is the enjoyment card. So next time you're about to make any payment, let your Standard Chartered Visa card lead the way, not cash. It is your gateway to secure, convenient, and rewarding payments. Visit the 360 Rewards website for more information. Standard Chartered, here for good.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
All right, welcome back. Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa. Get a quick fix loan from Bank of Africa at an unbeatable low interest rate. Call or visit Bank of Africa today. Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group,
as close as a partner.
Now let's see whose birthday it is today here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And this one says that happy birthday to Yawapia Latte, partner transactions at Deloitte. Also happy birthday to Ayam Kwenye here and Esther Nyantechiwawa there of Tax and Regulatory Department from your country managing partner Daniel Kojo and all staff of Deloitte. Now this happy birthday to Mrs. Theodora Bena Odru. who is a sister of Prosper Bena and mother of Asida Odru. I think you celebrated your birthday yesterday, Asida Odru. I missed that. Sorry about that. And belated happy birthday to you, Asida Odru. And also belated happy birthday to Estella Emily Do. Yesterday was your birthday, but you know what she did? She actually had a party on Saturday, the party before the birthday party. So Estella Emily Do, a belated happy birthday to you.
And happy birthday to Ivy Isabella Deladem Achu at Banana Inn. May grace abound for you, from Alex Nkrumah, also at Banana Inn. And good morning and happy birthday to Kobna Tuyi Ewa. Today is your birthday. It's from all the boys, all the boys to you. Happy birthday to you, Kobna.
Okay, so let's get into the Sports Center now, and it's brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go seamless today. And Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. FPAC blows your pain away, and DSTV, what an awesome news to share. Pay your DSTV package today and be upgraded to the next higher package for free. And it's from now to the 31st of July. Dial *759# APK.
If you're a woman, you're running business. If you know any woman in your life running a business, your wife, your sister, your mother, your cousin, your niece, your granddaughter, your grandmother, let them get the MTN Ejumapa bundle. It's not just a bundle, it's your new business bestie. With special data and core bundles, you stay connected to your customers, your suppliers, and everything that helps your hustle grow. And there's more. The MTN Ejumapa bundle also comes with insurance benefits to help protect that business you've worked so hard to build. Because we know you are not just working for today, but you are building a future. And it's time to level up, scale up, and shine brighter than ever. Dial *5060# now, grab your Ejumapa bundle, and let's get to work on your success story. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business.
And indeed, we're taking it to the next level, because for many years you've put in that hard work to build what you have now, that business, that career, and also your savings. But you know what? Now's the time to take it to the next level. We know and understand that you have wealth ambitions. So whether you're looking to invest, to grow your wealth, or to secure your legacy, we're here to help you and to make that right move at the right time. With Standard Chartered, you get more than just banking. You get access to the global network of tailored solutions designed to grow, manage, and protect your wealth for generations to come. So our expertise and also global network offers you an area of wealth and diversified investment options across the world. So this is the time for you to act on insight, not on hindsight. Let's Standard Chartered help you grow and also protect and safeguard your wealth. So let's get talking today. You can simply call them on 023 300 0041. And Standard Chartered is here for good.
And thank you.
Yeah.
And blessed Sogan. Electricity tariffs have been increased for the third quarter. Stay with me. I will share with you the percentage.
Is this what we get for after the delayed implementation of the 1 cedi levy?
After
either this or 1 cedi levy.
The electricity tariffs have been increased.
By what percentage?
Quarter. I will tell you after the sports. I'll be right back when you return with when I'm with sports.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahir Fentio. Coming up.
Liam Delap, it's 2 and Delap's got his first Chelsea goal. It's a big moment for him. It happened in Philadelphia.
Liam Delap scores first goal as Chelsea cruise past Esperance to face Benfica in the Club World Cup round of 16. Benfica themselves edged Bayern Munich to top Group C. We have more of that in the next 10 minutes. But first, here at home, the Ghana Boxing Authority President Abraham Kote Nikwe has officially resigned from his position. His decision comes just weeks after a committee recommended the disbandment of the current GBA leadership following the tragic death of a Nigerian boxer here in Accra. In a statement issued to the media last night, Nikwe, who is also a former NDC parliamentary candidate for the Ekwakwe South constituency, stated that his reasons for stepping down are deeply personal.
While it was a difficult decision to make, it was the best course of action for me and for some executive board members with integrity and dignity at this crucial time. The decision came out after careful considerations of my career goals and personal aspirations. I want to thank fellow compatriots wherever you are for being supportive of my professional growth in an office that doesn't pay salary nor allowance but just a sacrificial job to serve others and one's country. My last day in office is expected to be on Friday, June 27, 2025.
That's a Joy Sports Dex report there. Now let's go to football. That's where former Ghana Football Association President Kwesi Nyantakyi says hooliganism is hurting the local game and driving away sponsors. In a Joy Sports documentary, Scars of Hooliganism, which looks at the impact of football violence in Ghana, Nyantakyi warns that fan trouble is making it harder to attract the support needed to grow the sport.
When violence takes center stage in footballing issues in the country, it drives away sponsors. A lot of people don't want to be associated with bad brands that are tainted with violence and illegality. It drives away a lot of sponsors. So it's in the interest of the FA, the clubs, the supporters, the players, every stakeholder in the sport of football to join hands and ensure that we uproot violence from the game of football. It has no place at all in football. It affects us, it affects the branding, it affects attraction to sponsors and new partners who will help us to improve the fortunes of the game.
That's Kwesi Nyantakyi speaking in that Scars of Hooliganism documentary. You can find the full documentary on the Joy News YouTube page. Let's talk about sports infrastructure then. The Director General of the National Sports Authority, Amoah, has revealed that the authority is still waiting for fans to complete the closed stand at the Accra Sports Stadium prior to Ghana's 2026 World Cup qualifier against Chad in March. The NSA announced the closure of the Independence Square stand due to safety concerns. Though the expectation was for the stand to be ready weeks after the game, fans are allowed to use it during fans were allowed to use it during the game. Now, months after the incident, the stand remains closed.
There are challenges here that we must address. We still are waiting for the release of funds to complete one of the stands to allow it to be at its capacity. Beyond that, there are works to be done in the long term beyond the World Cup qualifiers. And we also need to be mindful that before we came in, I'm talking about the new administration, contracts were given to people to ensure that certain works are done. And so far, the audits of those works are yet to be completed. And it would be premature for me to conclude.
That's Amoah, the Director General of the National Sports Authority. Now, Ghanaian midfielder Abdulrasheed Husseini has revealed that he once benched England star Kobe Mainoo during their time at Man United's under-15 side. The 21-year-old, now playing in Slovenia, explained that his strong performances and status as a trialist earned him the nod over Mainoo in the youth ranks.
So it was quite nice and interesting. Like that was when Kobe Mainoo was playing under 15 then. So when I went there, I played for the U15, and they see that my level was above the U15. They pushed me to under 18s and under 19s. So it was great. It was a great experience. Yeah, we play matches together. Yeah, when I came there, those times he was sometimes he used to play like wings or sometimes number 8. So when I came, he was on the bench there because I was doing a lot more than him, so I have to play. So, and you are a try player, they have to give you more minutes for you to say. That was when, but you can see that all of them was happy, and the guys was coming to us like, we wish you can stay and help us. Then the 15, our team will be strong. So you can see it was a positive feedback and all those things, but because of the rules, it couldn't happen.
That's Abdulrasheed Husseini, Ghanaian midfielder. Now, to another one who plays in France, Enes Nuama, his club side, Lyon, have been relegated to League 2 following a meeting with the DNCG. The 7-time League 1 winners will now take part in a second-tier competition in France over financial troubles. The club is reportedly in a debt ranging between 500 million euros and is not financially stable enough to be able to compete in League R. Hence their relegation into the second tier league. So this has nothing to do with football. It's purely an administrative matter. They have a right to appeal, of course, in the next few weeks. Now, at the Club World Cup, goals from Tosin Adarabioyo and Liam Delap and Tariq George saw Chelsea's second-string side secure a place in the round of 16 by beating Esperance to Tunis by 3-0. Group winners Flamengo were also held 1-1 by Los Angeles FC to finish on 7 points, one ahead of the Blues. Esperance finished third with 3 points and are out alongside LA FC. Delap, after scoring his first Chelsea goal, spoke about his excitement.
Yeah, it's a great feeling. We needed to win today, and to get a goal, it's a special feeling. And even more importantly, we're through to the next stage. Yeah, you've got to have belief and confidence as a player. It's just a number on the shirt at the end of the day, and it doesn't really mean that much to me. I don't believe in all that stuff. So hopefully, I can just keep delivering.
That's Liam Delap. Benfica, they sealed a 1-0 win over Bayern Munich in very hot conditions on Tuesday. They've sent the Portuguese, that result has sent the Portuguese side top of Group C, of course, at the Club World Cup. The round of 16 fixtures are set now. Inter Miami, they take on Paris Saint-Germain. Botafogo are up against Palmeiras. Bayern Munich face Flamengo, and Chelsea take on Benfica. Now, in transfer news, Arsenal, they are set to complete the signing of Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa Arrizabalaga this week. The 30-year-old has a £5 million release clause after adding an extra year to his contract last summer before a successful loan spell at Bournemouth. The former Spain international will soon join Arsenal to compete with compatriot David Raya for the starting spot. And we're going to wrap up with some tennis news. Over 500 young tennis players and coaches in Ghana took part in a high-impact training session organized by the A10 Africa Tennis Foundation Clinic in Accra over the weekend. Musbah Razak was there for Joy Sports.
Tennis is gaining real momentum in Ghana, with more and more young people showing interest in the sport. Young Ghanaian players are dreaming bigger. To help fuel that passion and support the sport's growth, the African Tennis Foundation, in partnership with the Ghana Tennis Federation, held a 2-day development clinic in Accra. Former pros Katrina Adams and Roger Smith, along with some experts, led the sessions, working with a group of carefully selected coaches and junior players. The coaches were trained in modern high-performance techniques, while the players received practical tips on how to improve their game both physically and mentally.
And that sports is really about leadership. I think they've learned how they can improve their own leadership styles, how they can connect more with the children. And so I think, in the children's question and answer session on the second day has been also just amazing.
On his part, Roger Smith, who is a top Caribbean player and Olympian for the Bahamas, called for more support to be given to local coaches who are shaping the next generation.
If you want to get the coaches to fully commit to development and increase their education of development, they're going to need some help. That's the number one thing I got from the coaches. They need help. They're doing it on their own right now, and they're doing a hell of a job.
Over 500 participants were full of praise for the African Tennis Foundation.
Previously, we know that we only focus on just the development of the kids. But this program has come to really open up, our horizon to sort of develop ourselves as coaches,
I've gotten to know different stuff about tennis, more information, and I would love to have this again.
That's Musbah Razak's report there. So a great initiative to have all these participants trying to get people interested in tennis as early as possible. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Center. Back to you, Winston.
Thank you very much, Fentu Tahiru Fentu, which means we can now bring you the Joy Business Minute, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bengano. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Joy Business is set to hold a thought leadership forum on the risks of the economic fallout of distant conflicts to Ghana this morning at 9 on this channel. Meanwhile, business leaders at a key economic meeting in the northern Chinese port of Tianjin find themselves troubled by the state of the global economy and the prospects for meaningful growth. Finance Minister Dr. Hasiel Atoforsen has commenced discussions with Chinese commercial creditors with the hope of quickly securing a deal with them. And the standoff between Ghana and Afrexim Bank over debt restructuring could dominate the country's engagements at the annual meetings which open in Abuja today. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bengano. We stand with you and Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator expert.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us. Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. And for every generator you acquire, you will enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include a 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental service, professional advice, sale of tar lights and rental. Locate their latest branch at Pokwase White House opposite Eco Block, and their head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They also have 21 branches nationwide. They are into skills training. They have a training school that trains students in generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations. They offer 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Call them on 0243 480 334 and then 0540 109493. Anointed, the generator experts. And on big stories this morning, brought to us by Republic Bank, we're the one for you, and Telecel, connecting energies, as well as Prudential Bank, truly dependable. Our focus is on the economic fallout from distant conflicts, but most importantly, how we can build resilient economies to withstand global shocks. And so we'll be getting into that conversation shortly here on the Super Morning Show. But before we get into all of that, I've been telling you about the OSP's arrest. And currently in cells, the OSP is arrested 3 top officials, former top officials. We started by saying 3 top former officials of the GRA. So Dr. Amishadai Owusu Amoah, former Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority, is in custody now. Then Isaac Rensel, who is former Commissioner of Customs, also in custody. And then Christian Tetesoti, who is a former technical advisor to the Commissioner General, is also in custody. But we also have information that another former Commissioner General, Kofi Inti, is also under arrest. But he wasn't detained. He's also under arrest, but he wasn't detained. We're told, what we've learned is that he's sick, and so he's been granted bail. But that's not all. Evans Eduse, who is CEO of SML, satisfied the bail condition, so he's granted bail. He's been arrested too and granted bail. Philip Mensah, who is former Deputy Commissioner of Legal at GRA and now legal consultant to SML, was also arrested, but he's not in custody, so he's also been granted bail. Then Joseph Kuruk and Faustina Joko, who both staff of PPA, who facilitated the ratification of SML single source method of procurement, also were arrested by the OSP. Now, it's important to say that, when it comes to, Kofi Inti, former Commissioner General, and he signed the first SMEL, it used to be SMEL, SML contract, after they applied 3 times to the PPA for approval to use single source method, but was rejected. And so that's what we are learning when it comes to this. So more than one person arrested. In fact, 2 former Commissioner Generals of the GRA arrested by the OSP, currently in sales. We're following up on that story as a developing story, but also electricity tariffs from the 1st of July increased by 2.45%. Stay with us here on the Super Morning Show. Kojo will be breaking it all down for you. But explore world-class degrees, exciting student life scholarships, and opportunities to study at one of Africa's top research-led institutions. Visit the University of Free State's mini undergrad and postgrad open days at the Pelican Hotel, Cantonment Road, Accra, Ghana, on the 25th, that's today and tomorrow, and the 26th of June from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. See you there.
Now, let me tell you about the Prudential Bank mobile app. It helps you to perform instant transactions, link mobile money wallets, scan your GHQR to pay, manage your cards, transfer money between banks, and do so much more. They are making banking simple for you. So download the PBL mobile app today from the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, and the Huawei App Gallery, and get all the services of Prudential Bank just in the comfort of your home or your office on your phone. Visit the Prudential Bank website or social media platforms for more. Prudential Bank, truly dependable.
And Kojo, I believe you can only do more with too much money. So if you're wondering how to get a little more money to sort yourself out, well, forget about that word. Little. How about too much money? Telecel is giving out cash rewards in the Too Much Money promo, and all you have to do is to dial *500# to visit Telecel Play app to opt in. You could win 100 Ghana cedis every day, 20,000 cedis every week, and then there's the ultimate 1.2 million Ghana cedis grand prize. Yes, you had it right. It's 1.2 million Ghana cedis. So just recharge. You can buy bundles of up to 5 Ghana cedis and above to get into the draws. The more you do, the better your chances of winning. So remember to dial *500#, visit the Telecel Play app to opt in, and then you'll be on the Telecel Too Much Money promo. You win big, and you do that by topping up your bundles. The Telecel Too Much Money promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas lottery platform. So terms and conditions do apply. Telecel is connecting energies.
So let's get interactive this morning. Now that you know that electricity tariff would be increased by 2.45% starting the 1st of July for the third quarter, you can get on to X, tell us what your thoughts are, and also get on to WhatsApp 05511119997. Would you say, well, that's a good one, or you probably think that we should have been telling? Anyway, water saw a 0.00% increase. It means no increment for water. Social media messages here on the Small Morning Show brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and number 10 liver sought a refreshing relief.
Well, Winston, perhaps since we're talking about a smart way of avoiding your electricity bills, there's a smart option here. You could opt for Translight Solar today. Solar could be the option, isn't it? Because if you set that up at home, you can save up to 70% of your electricity bills. You can enjoy clean and reliable energy without breaking the bank. So if you're thinking of a smart way of avoiding all of this, here's the best part. You don't need to pay the full cost upfront. Translight Solar is just offering you an opportunity to own and also complete solar system that you've been dreaming of by paying just 30 to 50% of the cost and spreading the rest over 12 to 36 months. That's the period they're giving you, with flexibility, monthly payments as low as 1,200 Ghana cedis. So get in touch today as the early bird deals are at the lowest prices for you now on the market. Just visit translightsolar.com. You can also call them on 025-604-0838 or on 050-424-92294. Free consultation. Translight Solar. Wherever there is sunlight, there is Translight. So that's a better option, I guess.
Yeah. Now let me tell you about emergencies. You know, we face different emergencies every day, from police emergencies, fire emergencies, medical emergencies. So many emergencies in 24 hours. But there's one emergency number you must know. Okay, it's very, very important that you have this emergency number. It is *770#. That is the EcoBank Money emergency number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. You just dial *770# and you get emergency solutions from EcoBank. No need to panic in any emergency, any money emergency. EcoBank will always come to your rescue. So dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank, the Pan-African bank.
Great. So experience the ultimate waterfront getaway.
I mean, the man is thinking about the electricity bill right now. So.
At Aqua Safari, relax in style and comfort and let the soothing sounds of nature rejuvenate your soul. Come visit the best resort in Ghana. From luxurious rooms and suites to exciting water sports and outdoor activities, the stay packages are designed to provide you with an unforgettable experience at the serene bank of the Volta River at Big Dam. Therefore, whether you're looking for a vacation destination or the perfect riverfront venue for your conference, your only option is Aqua Safari. Call them now on 0800 110 190 and then 0540 110 190 now. Stay with us. Okay, when we return after these messages, we're going to get into the conversations. Kojo will be breaking down the electricity tariff. We'll also ask more about strategic reserves, but also we'll be taking you to the Joy News channel, where I'd be hosting a conversation on building resilient economies to withstand external shocks.
On the go, night to day. PBL up is the easiest way. Bank secure, bank with ease. Right at your fingertips, bank is a breeze. PBL app making banking so clear. Anytime, anywhere, we're here. Safe, secure, banking for you. PBL app, simple and true.
Welcome to the future of banking. The Prudential Bank mobile app. Bank secure anytime, right from your phone. Access your accounts 24/7. Perform instant transactions. Pay bills. Link mobile money wallets. Scan and pay with GHQR. Manage your cards. Make seamless GIP interbank transfers. All with ease. No more banking hours. Take control and app your banking. Experience simple, secure and convenient banking. Download the PBL mobile app now. PBL mobile app. App your banking.
Small money day, big money day, way too much money day. Telecel too much money promo drop. If you dial *500#, then join am for the Telecel too much money promo inside. You fit win 100 Ghana cedis cash for the daily draws, 20,000 Ghana cedis for the weekly draws, then 1.2 million Ghana cedis for the grand draw inside. That be 1.2 million Ghana cedis. You for just reload airtime, then get points wey fit make you win. Make you dial *500# or go the Telecel Play app top. Then book inside riders give the Telecel too much money promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Telecel, connecting energies.
This promo will be NLA way they regulate them for the Caritas Lottery platform top.
University of the Free State, Bloemfontein visits Accra, Ghana. Explore world-class degrees, exciting student life, scholarships, and opportunities to study at one of Africa's top research-led institutions. Visit the University of Free State's mini undergrad and postgrad open day at the Pelican Hotel, Cantonment Road, Accra, Ghana, on the 25th and 26th of June from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. See you there.
Still unbeatable, Republic Bank has slashed the city mortgage interest rate to a new low. That means it's more affordable to own your dream home. You enjoy lower monthly installments, save on interest payments, flexible loan arrangements, and more. Make the move. Own your home at a lower teen interest rate. But hurry, this offer lasts for a limited time. Visit any Republic Bank branch or send email to myhome@republicghana.com or call Accra 054 0109 649. Kumasi 054 0109 901 to apply today and enjoy a teen interest rate. Republic Bank, with the one for you.
We shouldn't have gone to that party. Masa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach? Yes. What did you eat? I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
EcoBank Mobile, they make me say, oh yeah, oh yeah. EcoBank Mobile, they make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy, yeah. Oh yeah, download it. You gon' enjoy it. Hit my Brahmin check. Brahmin check. Hit my Brahmin check. Come make a download them for you. Cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even chest tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know it's 5-star life with EcoBank. King promise.
It's the 18th anniversary of Dawn and Aisha, and the morning has started just great.
Grand Rising Ish Nation!
Happy anniversary, darling! But one question turns it all around.
You mean there's a lower point in our marriage than we're losing our baby?
Yes.
Oh, then this one I want to know.
In private, not online. And what begins as a celebration of love becomes a dramatic showdown.
John!
In partnership with Joy FM and the National Theatre, Roverman Productions presents an original Ankilibowai play, Love on the Ropes, showing on June 27, 28, 29 and July 4th, 5th and 6th at the National Theatre. Fridays at 7 p.m, Saturdays at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m, and Sundays at 1 p.m, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. Rate 300 Ghana cedi. Tickets available via Callbar short code *365 *535# and at regular hours or on the Roverman app. Call 050-554-6010. Sponsors: Gino Jollof Mix, Callbar and Tilly's Tea. Communications partner: M Notify. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
If you have 250 Ghana cedis right now, it can do wonders for you. Chairman, Fabeji, it could turn your tears into joy in the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Madam, Fabeji, it could get you up to 50,000 Ghana cedis cash prize. Business owner, Fabeji, as a student, make transactions with your Access Bank card, and that could get you Spotify and Netflix subscriptions, PS5, iPhone 16 Pro Max, and more. This be out of class and so. Fabeji, you see what 250 Ghana cedis can do for you? And Gasakra. Fabeji, it's the Access Bank Fakitwa Beji Kesia promo. Deposit a minimum of 250 Ghana cedis and its multiples in your new or existing account and be on your way to winning a share of the 580,000 Ghana cedis in cash prizes and other amazing rewards. The more you deposit, the more your chances of winning. Promo runs from now to September 2025. This promo is in partnership with NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform. Terms and conditions apply. Access Bank, more than banking.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our brand new and ultra-modern showrooms in Accra and Kumasi. In Kumasi, Asukwa, in front of the TAT yard on the Ak Mayanka Road. Call our hotlines on 0544 340589 and 0243 480 334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
Frustrated with outdated banking experiences? You deserve an app that makes your life easier, not harder. Say hello to the CBG mobile app, your new cool way to handle everything banking. With biometric security, lightning fast mobile money access, and one-touch bill payments, banking has never been this smooth. Stop imagining when you can live a life where your entire banking world is in your pocket, ready whenever you need it. No stress, no fuss. Don't settle for less. Experience a more superior, convenient way of banking today with the CBG mobile app. Banking made cool, fast and secure. Welcome to the good life. CBG. We stand with
coffee in your cup, and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Music from Nana George Darko. Title of the song is Money Palava. You are still on the Super Morning Show on Joy FM 99.7. It's 22 past 8. I'm here with SP Blazer Soga.
Like SP Kofi Sapon.
No, he's not on SP.
Perhaps
from DSP to SP.
I'm hoping he has a promotion by now. But officer, good morning to you wherever you are.
We're talking about SP Kofi Sapon. There is this young man with the immigration service called Mandem Yopik.
I see.
He's also doing some good music, and looks like the immigration hierarchy has given him the space to thrive in the creative space. We love it when security agencies give their creative people the chance to grow. And PRC has increased tariffs. Pleasant.
That's correct. In fact, there's a statement out already on that, because I see one here, obviously coming with the details and the breakdown as to why there's that increment, is signed by Shafiq Suleimana, Dr. Shafiq Suleimana, the executive secretary of PURC, just giving us a reasoning or perhaps a breakdown as to why we're having that increment in the tariffs. But I'll just read excerpts. Right now, at least, Winston has confirmed to us the rate at which is going up, which is 2.45 across board. But if you're looking at part of the reasons why the cost appears to be going up, they have itemized some of the issues.
Okay.
And so, Kojo, you look at the first factor there, which they are pointing out to, which includes the Ghana cedi US dollar exchange rate.
Okay.
They talk about the fact that in terms of the weighted average, in terms of Ghana cedi US dollar exchange rate, it's now somewhere around 10, which we obviously know about, which is 10.3 now, and it used to be higher, so that's working in our favor.
So PRC is now using a weighted average of 10.3 cedis to the dollar.
Yes.
To determine the new tariff.
Which is part of a wider area of issues that they are looking at.
Okay, you know the previous tariff when they increased it by 14.75% in April, right? The weighted average rate of the exchange of the CD to the dollar was 15.697. So now it's 10.3.
Yes.
Okay.
But the weighted average is a notch higher now. I think 7.6, I believe. Yeah, I think
so let's stay with what PURC
is saying. Yes,
they are going to use this for this quarter, 10.3
precisely. So
whilst last quarter it was 15.6974.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Then there's the issue about inflation as well. They talk about the fact that the Commission used an average projected inflation rate of 20.67% for the third quarter of 2025. So that's the second factor they're using.
The previous tariff revision, the Ghana average annual inflation rate they projected was 22.49, and the monthly rate was I think so the average quarterly rate was 5.57. Okay, so this time they are using 20 point what?
20.67.
Okay,
that's what they are using now.
Okay.
Then there's the issue about the price of natural gas. If you're looking at it, that's what I was talking about, that it's come a notch just under 7.7, which used to be the previous pricing range in terms of USD. So now it's 7.6289, which they're using for the second quarter of 2025. And then when it comes to electricity, because the generation mix will also be another factor as well, the PRC is saying that the projected hydrothermal generation mix for the quarter under review remained at the same rate, which is 28.80% for hydro generation, and also 71.20 for thermal generation. There are outstanding issues there as well in terms of debt as well. Or perhaps you want to do the comparison before we get into
did you give us the price of fuel, natural gas?
Yes,
because the natural gas price being which was used in the previous calculation was $7.6 per million British thermal units.
Yes, which I was pointing to earlier, but now you have it at 7.71.
So now it's 7.71.
Yes, 7.71.
So the only thing that has changed over the three parameters we've looked at so far is the natural gas price.
But you would also not lose sight over the aspect that I was heading to, which is the outstanding revenues.
Yeah.
And that's also a crucial aspect, because in terms of the inclusion of the outstanding debt, there is some 488 million Ghana cedis carried out from the previous 3 quarters.
The previous 3 quarters.
Yes.
So
that's it's like a
quarter 2
effect.
this year, quarter 1 this year, and last quarter of last year.
Yes. So all of these things are outstanding, and the amount the PRC is pointing out to here is 488 million Ghana cedis. That's a significant amount. So that could actually undo all the gains. If you want to just do the comparison, it could undo all the gains that you're making when it comes to the US and the CD and the other factors that we're pointing to.
It will be interesting to know what those debts are. If PRC could break it down, we owe this, we owe that, we owe, because we've been paying a lot of these debts. And usually, look, for example, the TOR debt recovery levy, we are told TOR owes 500 million, a little over $500 million. What really is the breakdown? What goes into the debt of TOR? And we have all these state-owned businesses that are always incurring losses, especially in the energy sector, and I just don't get it.
I mean, I think it's a legacy system that we're running. Everybody comes, they try and first of all shift the blame, and then we don't get to dissect where the chunk of the problem is coming from, as to whether it's overhead cost or maybe it's inefficiencies or operational costs. We're not able to just do a cursory assessment of that, because if everyone comes, it's mostly a political matter, so we all do the politicking around it, leave the problem there, attack people, go after them, and then the problem comes back to stare us in the face. So that's what's been the problem in my view. But if you look at what's of a surprise to me, it's got to do with the water tariffs as well. It's 0%.
0%.
Yeah, that's
no
strange,
change, no increase.
If you're looking at the rate here, according to the PRC, but Kojo, we agreed that for water we should have been paying more.
Yes, I think that the rates, water rate is too low. There are some people who disagree with me that water is an essential product, so we shouldn't be paying more for water. But you see, as essential as it is, we also need to consistently pay the right tariffs on water so that we can keep Ghana Water working and Community Water and Sanitation Agency working.
Absolutely right.
Because I always look at my tariffs, and look, I used 19 cubic of water for my last reporting period, right?
Yeah.
For the 19 cubic, they are charging me 9 cedis 34 pesos per cubic.
Right.
Now, 19 cubic meters is 1,000 liters. Okay. So I'm paying 9 cedis 34 pesos for 1,000 liters of water. Sadly, if you look at people who don't have access to Ghana Water and how much
you
they
have to
spend
pay for it
on buying those tank loads of water and all those things, I think we need to have a conversation about Ghana Water. We need to have this dispassionate conversation about allowing them to charge the proper tariffs to fix their issues if they will. Because Ghana Water owes so much as well. And these legacy debt issues, every time we have conversations and we all agree that let's pay a little extra for us to solve the problem, we realize that the problem just keeps increasing.
And I may be biased to say that we should even do a regional targeting of water pricing. Because if you look at their complaints about illegal mining, for instance, some regions may have even a higher burden of treating the water before it flows in your tap. I think we are not paying attention to that because almost all the
if you go to the places that I'm saying is happening,
it might be an incentive also to tackle the menace. You never know.
Sometimes even the people close to the raw water source don't get access to the treated water. Because the Brim, Densu, they are flowing all the way down to Weja to be treated and largely pumped to Accra, Kaswa areas, right? It doesn't go to the Eastern region.
So you're basically saying we should be
the
ones paying for it.
And so we if we did that, then we'll be.
But you find all of the previous chief executives complaining about that. The fact that the cost of treatment alone is going up significantly.
That's why I agree with calls that in certain localities, geographical areas, we need to have a state of emergency declared there. If you go to most parts of the Eastern region, Western region, Ashanti region, where Galamsey is happening, we need to declare a localized state of emergency and deal with the issues. You know, when COVID happened, we said we had shut down the Greater Accra metropolitan area, the Greater Kumasi metropolitan area. We can strategically shut down certain places and increase security and monitoring in those places to save the ecosystem. And I believe that should be done like yesterday. So those are the new tariffs. Are you ready to pay 2% more for electricity? Water has not been increased. Do you wish to pay a little bit more so that Ghana Water can be resourced to provide better services? Because in all this, the water hardly flows. It flows like once or twice a week.
And I'm sure someone is just on the other side listening and saying, Kojo, you don't know what you're saying. Come to my area and see what's going on.
So are you ready to pay a little bit more for water so that we can get you water consistently? Share your thoughts with us. 055-11-11997. At 9 we bring you the live broadcast of our thought leadership session. We are looking at building Ghana the right way, and some of my favorite people are going to speak. Dr. David Ofosudote. This is the first time I'm referring to him as Dr. David Ofosudote. I love the David Ofosudote straightforward. So David Ofosudote, managing partner of ABN David, will be speaking. Professor Boateng will be speaking. President of AGI, Dr. Humphrey Anyumdake, will be speaking. Winston Amoah is the moderator. It will be coming to you live from the Joy News studios, also live here on Joy 99.7 FM. It's a conversation you don't want to miss, happening at 9 a.m.
Don't want to miss that. So how about we tell you of Robert & Sons Optical Services, because you need to give your eyes the best attention and care deserves this month. So don't play with your eyes. For some of us, Kojo will tell you that of course we have the second verifier on. So
Yes,
all the time, yes, you need to just visit Robert and Sons Optical at Adenta. They're also at Wager, at the Brakau Sudan Koseko. They're at Tema. You find them at East Legon as well. And if you're out of the region as well, for those of you in the Ashanti region, you can find them in Kumasi, Eastern region. I believe Kofurija, they are there as well. And the ultra modern Roman Ridge branch for comprehensive eye care, 100% original and unbeatable products for both children and adults. So Roberts and Sons Optical provides you with services to of course the general public and people under all the major private insurance schemes, such as the Nationwide Mutual Health, Premier. We have the Metropolitan, Cosmopolitan, Apex, all the insurances that you can think of. They are indeed open to those options as well. So the Acacia Health Insurance is also on that platform, so you can just swipe perhaps, or go in with your card, and they will be treating you as well. So call them on 050-151-9111. So it's 050-151-9111. You can also call them on 020-372-8545 for more information on that. You can also do that online, because we are in the age of Dr. Baumia's digitization. So Roberts and Sons is also doing same. You can just go online. It's Roberts and Sons Optical.com, and Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now X. You can all find more information there. Robert and Sons, seeing is believing. Visit Robert and Sons Optical.
Stephen in Tema says, good morning, Winston, Blessed, Kojo, and the rest of the team. As the dollar is depreciating against the cedi and the price of goods are coming down, why should the price of electricity continue going up? We need an explanation from Stephen. So the benchmark for the exchange rate has dropped from 15 to 10. Inflation has dropped from 22 to 20.
Yes.
The projected figures we are using. Yeah. The only thing which has increased slightly is the cost of gas from 7.6 to 7.7 dollars per million British thermal units. So why the 2% increase? Stephen say he doesn't understand. But
and you know, there's this notion that once we have the exchange rate working perfectly, the energy sector should be responding. But if you have a huge legacy debt there, obviously you would not be able to deal with beating down the prices, because the IPPs may also come for you. We're running our cash waterfall, which we need to comply with. The PRC was citing ECG the other time of non-compliance. I believe now they are paying, because if they are not doing that, Kojo, maybe the next window we might even see like some 5%.
A legacy debt that sees levies attracting billions of cedis, but every year legacy debts. You know, the PRC has a reckoner, right? A tariff reckoner. And I usually use it. Like this morning, I bought some electricity. So I put the value of the electricity I bought. Then I'll see
against what is
the value of power I'm getting in kilowatt hours, right? Then I see the energy charge and the levies and taxes. You know what I just did? I just assumed that ECG's collections and revenue is 15 billion Ghana cedis. Right. So for a quarter, it's 3.75 billion Ghana cedis. So I put it in as a total amount of power I'm purchasing. Right, it's giving me my consumption, it's giving me my energy charge, and it's giving me like my levies and taxes. So at 3.75 billion in collections, ECG will be collecting about 1.78 billion Ghana cedis in levies and taxes. If they collect the whole 15 billion, you'll be looking at some 5 billion, and that's in the ESLA, right? The ESLA account. So if we are collecting so much in levies and taxes, why are we unable to pay those legacy debts? Toll, you've been paying a lot of things. Even this morning, one of the newspapers, street lighting, when you pay your electricity bill, then there's a street lighting component. Do the street lights on your street work? Blessed, do they work?
The stretch, well, so many stretches that we've been using, and you can see clearly that
but you pay for
it's
it.
Off. Yeah, we do pay for it. But that issue has always been a challenge, a debate between is it urban roads and the various municipal assemblies. The responsibility, I believe, is part of the challenge. They work together. Yes, because some of them, if you call them, okay, this is not working, then they move the blame to the other side.
We will look at the levies act and the report and show you who is collecting that money. Let me tell you about Ashesi University. Some exciting news from Ashesi for you. They have been expanding access over the past few years. They are adding new undergraduate programs and master's programs to the list of programs they have. They've introduced a 2 intake admission system for undergraduate applicants. So students can start their studies in either September or in January.
Oh,
so
wow.
you can join either of the cohorts, whether September or January. And it's all part of a goal to welcome more bright minds into the Ashesi community. Remember, applications for both intakes are currently ongoing. Learn more at ashesi.edu.gh.
Okay, are you ready to simplify your shipping experience? Introducing DHL Express to you, your go-to solution for all your international shopping needs. Get 5% off when you send personal or official documents, gifts, items, painting, cosmetic. You think about it, whether you're sending that to Asia, Australia, Europe, the Middle East, and the rest of Africa. DHL Express service is just making it a breeze. All you have to do is to contact them for their main service points or individual outlets across the country. Your shipments will be processed whether it's inbound or outbound, and with real-time tracking you'll always know where your package is. It's that simple. So once again, every international shipment to or from Europe, Asia, Australia, the Middle East, and also the rest of Africa, paid for in Ghana, qualifies you for that promotional discount as well. So there's a lot more happening beyond business. So please rush now, ready to experience the ease of shipping. Just think of DHL.com. You can reach them online and also call them on 0244 485 176, and they have more details for you. Also, you can reach them on 0571 137 599 to learn more about the Express Easy service. DHL, excellence simply delivered.
And Love on the Ropes is showing at the National Theatre this Friday. It's at 7 p.m, Saturday at 4 p.m. and 8 p.m, and Sunday at 1 p.m, 4 p.m, and 8 p.m. And then next week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. on Fridays, Saturdays 4 p.m. and 8 p.m, Sundays 1 p.m, 4 p.m, and 8 p.m. It's a story about Don and his wife. His wife is a brilliant influencer. Don is a retired boxing champion. He's now a politician, and Aisha wants to get some truth from Don, and she wants to have it live on Facebook, X, Instagram, wherever. It be matter. So what was a celebration of love has now become a dramatic showdown, and it's a 2-cast play happening starting this Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, this weekend, next weekend at the National Theatre. It's Roman Productions in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM, and it's Love on the Ropes. You can buy your ticket for 300 Ghana cedis on the Koba short code *365 *535#, or you go to the Riverman app or the website rivermanproductions.com, or the usual outlets, you know them. So call 0505546010 for inquiries and large purchases, and buy your tickets now. Love on the Ropes is sponsored by Gino Jollof Mix, Koba and Tilly's Tea. Communications partner is M Notify and Logistics Movers. Riverman Productions. Be the difference.
And you know, if it's Roverman, they just don't get it wrong.
Uncle Iwo says if I come, he will supply the team watching for 1 month.
I see. We have to. We have to make an appearance.
Me, I'm going to enjoy myself, and the team will get to enjoy watching for 1 month.
We'll enjoy on your behalf.
Yeah, Obeti is waiting for that thing.
But you know, Kojo, everyone is looking for a little more in life without spending more. That's why we're saying we don't want to pay too much bills, right? But I get it. Every city counts. That's why I want to share something that's really making a difference for me. So it's about the ABSA Abapa account. Of course, if you're having a full pronounce that, that's the effect you get on you. It's designed for people like us, those who work hard and deserve more for less. So here's what I get to do with my ABSA Abapa account. Right, I'm getting it right now. Abapa account, yes. So a free GH Link card, access to loans up to 50,000 Ghana cedis when I need help, and also high interest on savings, free SMS alerts, and also you can get to track every pesewa I spend seamlessly with a mobile and online banking option. So no need to join the long queues, and you can do so much more with our Abapa account. And the best part is simple to open. So if you're looking to increase the value, have more peace of mind, and also more control over your money, then it's the ABSA Abapa account, which is the right account for you. So open an account today and get more. Terms and conditions to apply. Your story matters to APSA.
And if you are ready to dream, then deliver in the world of IT, look no further than the Jackson Institute of Technology. Is the only NIT authorized training center in Ghana. At GIT, they provide world-class IT training for you and for corporate organizations as well. They have flexible schedules for you, hybrid sessions as well. So talk to them today and get globally recognized certifications and practical job-ready training. They are located on the Ring Road near Circle in the heart of Accra Central Business District. In Kumasi at the Jackson Educational Complex headquarters in Ayeduase, pronounced Ejase, near KNUST. GIT provides easy access for students and corporate clients, and they have a state-of-the-art auditorium for your corporate events, seminars, and training sessions. So talk to them today. 059-699-6037, 055-271-4635, or visit their website at jit.edu.gh. JIT, your gateway to a thriving IT career.
Right.
We'll read some messages and go for a quick break.
Are we forgetting the OSP statement? I believe.
Yes. Let me read that statement. It's a brief statement on their Twitter account, and the statement says OSP arrests former GRA officials over SML contracts. The statement says the Office of the Special Prosecutor has arrested Reverend Dr. Amishadai Amoah, former Commissioner General of the GRA, Isaac Krenzel, ex-Commissioner of Customs and now General Manager at SML, and Christian Tetesoti, former Technical Advisor and now MDC of SML. The arrests are linked to ongoing investigations into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences in respect of contracts between the GRA and SML for revenue assurance services. The probe also seeks to verify SML's claims that its services have been saving the nation significant revenues. Amoah, Krenzel and Soti were detained last night after failing to meet bail conditions. And so that's the statement from the OSP. Now to some messages. Blessed. Mike Tassi says, but how did we get here and what have we done over the years to make our energy sector free of debts? Again, until we work ourselves from the hands of the IMF control and directions, these periodic tariffs will continue to hit us painfully. Parkwesi says, was it not just May that the tariffs were increased by 14%?
People have files.
And Timo says citizens can't citizens have breathing room for half a year every 3 months? Really? And Kutu says the president and his team can't intervene. Okay, so he says, can't the president and his team intervene to avoid it or at least decrease the tariff rates? Then Ohene says, on the rail, our president is really trying, but of late, our meters run very fast.
they are running faster than the CD.
But the president doesn't control the rate as well as your meters run. Anyway, let's go for a quick break. When we come back, there's more on the Super Morning Show. And at 9, I will bring you our thought leadership session for today. It's going to be hosted by Winston Amoah, key panelists and speakers, the president of AGI, Dr. Humphrey Dake, Professor Godfred Boateng, and David Ofosudote, managing partner of ABN. David, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Looking for a university that sets you apart? Academic City University offers world-class undergraduate programs in engineering, business, informatics, and communication arts. And that's not all. We now offer master's degrees in data science and cybersecurity designed to meet today's global tech demands. Learn with purpose and lead with impact on a modern campus with hands-on learning and international faculty. With over 15 student ventures created and graduates placed in top roles both in Ghana and abroad, Academic City University is where future leaders are made. Call now on 054-824-3844. That's 054-824-3844. Academic City University, educating future-ready leaders.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello bro, good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is? Go straight. 10 left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there, anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Ah, the sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lily rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lily rice. Lily rice, yenimno free tete. This advert is FDA approved.
Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999. Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
For 11 years, we've taken you beyond borders. For 11 years, we've delivered memorable travel experiences. Now, it's time to see more and feel more with Adansi Travels at 12. 12 times the fun, 12 times the excitement! This August, explore the best of Europe, the UK, Dubai, Turkey, Singapore, Malaysia, Johannesburg, and beyond! With a team dedicated to your travel dreams, every journey is carefully crafted to leave you with unforgettable memories. Your journey with Adansi Travels is more than a trip. It's your chance to see more, feel more, and discover the world in a whole new way. Don't just stamp your passport, stamp it with incredible experiences. Call 0595 500 817 or 0531 008 550 or visit adansitravels.com to book your spot. Adansi at 12. See more, feel more.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's 8:53. This is the Super Morning Show, Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Kojo, Akoto Boateng. I'm here with Blessed Soga. And we are counting down to the Impact Makers Awards. 3 days to go. It's happening this weekend. There's a lot more we'll show you on TV and on radio. So keep your fingers crossed and let's do this together, celebrating ordinary people making extraordinary impact. We're also counting down to Praise Reloaded 2025 by Joe Metal Ministries. Inspired by Reverb Studios. Media partner is Joy Entertainment. and it's happening this weekend, Sunday 29th June at the Elwak Sports Stadium. If you want to register, it's free. Go to joemetalmusic.com to secure your seat. Joe Metal is performing, Nathaniel Bassi is performing in Tokozumbambo. Also support performing and Akese Brimpo and a host of other anointed ministers. Elwak Stadium, Sunday 29th June. Be there 3 p.m. Go to Joe Metal's ministry, joemetalmusic.com to secure your seats. Now, if you need a brand new car for the price of a used car, like my brother Blessed who needs to drive a brand new car, you need to go to VW. They'll give you a brand new VW car at old used car prices. You can afford the sought after Vetus with wireless Android Auto, an Apple Car for navigations and entertainment, wireless charger, rear view camera, and many more at a cool starting price of 250,000 Ghana cedis only. Take advantage now. VW Rise and Thrive. Drive VW, Drive Ghana. Hurry while stock lasts. T's and C's apply. Call 025-795-6688 for more information about their range of models. It includes the Vetus, T-Cross, Tiguan, Space, Terramont, and the Amarok pickup. Mandem Yopik, immigration officer, one of the hottest songs in the country at the moment. Onyamimo. Well done to God.
Well, we need to be on the lookout for that one.
Yeah.
We need to. But hey, boss lady, yes, you, the go-getter, the planner, the do-it-all woman building her business one bold step at a time. MTN sees you, and we're cheering you every step of the way. So that's why we're creating the MTN Ejumapa just for you. It's more than just a bundle. It's your new business bestie with special data and also call bundles. You stay connected to your customers, suppliers, and everything that helps you and your hustle to grow. But wait, there's more, because the MTN Ejumapa also comes with insurance benefits to help protect the business that you've worked so hard to build. So because we know you are not just working for today, you are equally building a future. So it's time to level up, scale up, and also shine brighter than ever. So dial *5060# now, grab your Ejumapa bundle, and let's get to work on your success story together. MTN Ejumapa, powering women in business. And Kingdom Books is also here, so your stationery needs, they are addressing that. They are your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and also furniture at affordable prices. And they are introducing an online store for a new shopping experience. Kojo, I'm sure that you've been buying a lot more online from there.
You just sit at home, you go to kingdomstoreonline.com, you
it's
order
as simple as that.
Deliver. You can pay with Momo.
Yeah, no physical presence, but they will be coming all the way to your doorstep, because it's hassle-free. They will arrange delivery for your homes and offices within a reasonable time. So they offer you free delivery within Accra. If you're also within Tema, they accept payment via Momo across all networks. So just send that money fast and place that order. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordable is the hallmark.
If you're a graduate from the University Polytechnic College of Education, do we have polytechnics these days? They are technical universities.
They've not converted all, have they?
No,
all of them are converted.
But the old polytechnic graduates, yes, they can still.
Yeah, they can still, by association.
Yes, so if you went to any of the College of Education, any of the colleges, nursing and midwifery colleges, or you've completed senior high school and you're looking for an opportunity to study your dream course abroad, you can do that in countries like Australia, Canada, the UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, and many more. These countries have excellent reputation in teaching and research, and you can also work part-time to support your studies. And you can also get up to 4 years post-study work visa when you complete successfully. And applications for September 2025 is ongoing. Contact Astolinks to get information about admission, scholarship, as well as how to secure your study visa. Find Astolinks at 4A Popo Street, East Legon. Call them on 026-534-1070. Visit their website, astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Okay, so we have bad roads, yes, but some cars can actually improve your experience on those roads, and you need to move with purpose, also arrive with presence. So I'm talking about the all-new Peugeot 5008, a premium 7-seater SUV that blends space, style, and also the smart innovation with Peugeot panoramic eye cockpit. It has a 1 1.6 turbo engine. Every drive is a first-class experience for you. So for business, family, or for both experiences, the 5008 is built to impress you, and they are serviced by Silver Star Auto. So 024-306-0664 is the number to call. You can simply walk in as well. They are located at the Silver Star Auto on the Gravik Road, Silver Star Towers Airport. I'm sure that's a landmark, so everybody definitely knows that. So Silver Star Auto, quality service, our passion.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
We'll bring you that live event from the Joy News Studios and Joy FM shortly here on the Super Morning Show. It's on Fixing Ghana the Right Way. And there's a lot to talk about. David Ofosudote is leading that conversation. Prof. Boateng is on. Dr. Humphrey Kwesidake is on. And inspired by Joy Business is coming up shortly here on the Super Morning Show. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Say donut, 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 donut. Hey, donut, 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 donut. Donut, donut. Then come cotton donut, donut, donut. Malaria syrup donut.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D donut now. Oh, malaria chill. Oh, popo. What mean the day? I want the donut. A tobacco. Donut. A damian no. Donut. A damian sa. Donut. No. Donut scatter malaria. Lonat, it dey scatter malaria.
A quality product from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenshishemu hu se malaria wa wumojam ansa na wanum Lonat. Na nam yensearch na malaria no daso wo ho a ko hu dokota.
This advert is FDA approved.
For more.
Get ready for more. More goals, more drama, more nail-biting edge of your seat. Oh my word, did you see that? 32 teams, 63 matches, one unmissable tournament. The all-new FIFA Club World Cup on SuperSport.
Are you 16 to 27 years old? Employers aren't just after degrees anymore. Stay relevant. Apply to DTI, Ghana's top TVET institution. We offer cutting-edge programs like precision welding and fabrication, design innovation and entrepreneurship, with hands-on training to prepare you for real-world challenges. Join us and succeed in industries like manufacturing, construction and technology. At DTI, you'll learn by doing in a supportive environment. Be inspired by success stories of TVET graduates thriving in diverse fields. Visit dtiafrica.com or call 054-169-3534. Pick up admissions forms at our campus in Mimpasem, East Legon. DTI, wired for jobs.
Hello, Ghana, it's a new year and Bills Microcredit is here to support your dreams. If you're not working but want to start a business, don't let money stop you. With just your Ghana card, you can get a loan to turn your ideas into reality. Already running a business? Need more capital? Or are you a salary worker looking for extra funds? Bills offers fast and easy loans with no collateral, no deposit, and no SUSI savings required. Wherever you are, whatever you need, Bills makes it happen. Call Bills Microcredit today. Call 0596 920 833 or 0302 200 390 and get started. Bills is licensed and regulated by the Bank of Ghana. Bills, financing your needs. Terms and conditions apply.
The much-awaited Joy Sports Invitational Tournament 2025 is coming soon. Watch the space for more details. Joy Sports Invitational 2025, powered by Joy Sports, the thrill of the game.
Do you know that NIT is back in Ghana? Yes, you heard it right. NIT is back in Ghana, and Jackson Institute of Technology is the official partner. It's bigger, it's better, and it's here to revolutionize IT education in Ghana. Get ready for world-class training and unmatched opportunities powered by Jackson Institute of Technology. Jackson Institute of Technology is shaping futures with hands-on IT training for youth, students, and professionals. Courses include cybersecurity, Python programming, data analytics, networking and hardware essentials, and Microsoft Office Suite. We offer flexible schedules, affordable payment plans, and expert trainers with globally recognized certifications. Scholarships are available for women and girls. Sign up early to grab yours. You can locate us in Accra at Abna Atia Towers, Ring Road Central, or you can call us to enroll on 059 699 6037 or 059 699 6042. Take the first step towards your dream career with Jackson Institute of Technology, where your tech future begins.
Jometto Ministries presents Praise Reloaded 2025, dubbed Festival of Gratitude, featuring Jometto, Nathaniel Bassi, Dokozo Mbambo, Akese Brimpong, Pastor Isaiah, and many more. Luigi Makling and Nyonyam, Team Eternity Ghana, and Soul Winners on Sunday, the 29th of June 2025. Venue, Elwork Sports Stadium. Gates open at 1 p.m. Event starts at 3 p.m. It's absolutely free. Simply register on jomettomusic.com to secure your seat. Sponsors: Silicon House Productions, Greenline Juice and Smoothie, Palms by Eagles, High-End Productions, The Family Health Organization, Tank Palace Hotel, Joburg Ghana Limited, Africa World Airlines, iPay, Ace Protocol Services, Timeline Creative, Access Security, 360 Productions, DDP, Decozone, Sterling Gift, Unicorn Chemist. Media partners: Joy Entertainment, Joy FM, Joy Prime, Hits FM. This event is powered by Reverb Studios.
Electroland CD are picky, meaning another gargantuan price drop on top of all our existing discounts on Samsung, TCL, Media, and Nasco Electronics. This not double promotion against the dollar. Sosket! The minute the CD appreciates with even a single digit, we continue to reduce prices. If the dollar drops today, we will reduce again today. Rush to our showrooms and authorized resellers across Ghana and pick your picky appliances now. Call 050-315-9739 for further information. Electroland, home of luxury and affordable appliances.
It's time for us to bring you the Joy Business Thought Leadership Forum, Economic Forum, on the theme Ghana at Risk, the Economic Fallout of Distant Conflicts. This conversation is going to have Winston Amoah moderating, and we have David Ofosudote, Professor Boateng, and Dr. Humphrey Enyim-Dake, AGI President, discussing the issue. Ghana at Risk, the Economic Fallout of Distant Conflicts. Enjoy the session.
That can withstand all these shocks. Mind you, in 2022, when Russia
attacked Ukraine at the time, what did we see as a country? We saw inflation rising to 54%, food inflation rising to 59%, and triggering labor unrest, resulting in a 30% increase in salaries in this country. That wasn't something we had planned for. But the question still remains, how do we ensure that as a country we're able to deal with this? Yes, we'll talk about the problems, we'll say it can impact us this way, but as a country, for instance, how do we ensure that we are able to have a 6-month fuel and gas reserve as stipulated in the national security document or strategy of this country, Ghana? That is our focus this morning. But even before we get into it, my name is Winston Amoah, and I am here with Winston Taki. And so Winston and Winston setting the tone for the conversation. And you can see that here. Winston Taki will be taking us through these figures as we get ready for the conversation, Winston.
There's a phrase that says that he who fails to learn from history is likely to repeat it going forward. And I want to take us back to when Russia-Ukraine war situation happened in 2022. As you can see on the slides, when it talks about the exchange rate, the forex rate, we were then at 13 cities, 1 pesos. That is when our Ghana city was experiencing some form of depreciation, and that affected our extreme volatility and our forex rate subsequently. And it ended up going up from 2002 to around 2023. We kept seeing the cedi fighting to survive because of the external factors.
Exactly, and this is an indication of the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The fact that here in Ghana, we had consistently talked about how we were affected, okay? This is what we saw. We saw inflation at 54.1% because we had indicated, the cost of freight, everything had gone up. We import a lot from Ukraine. And so once that there was uncertainty in Ukraine and Russia, the whole world, we said at the time, was struggling. But one of the things we didn't think about so much was that as a country, how did we ensure that at every point in time something of this sort happened, we had built enough buffers to deal with this problem? We did not. And as you would see, for instance, you see food inflation rising to 59.7% at the heart of the Russian-Ukraine conflict. Because again, at the time, as I've already indicated, the conversation was that at a point that, okay, so we're talking about, our imports. We talked about wheat from Ukraine again. Yes. And so that has really affected us. But that in itself is indicative of a problem. The problem is, how do we build buffers to deal with these problems, these global problems? Let's look at, the daily opening and closing of crude oil prices when the conflict started, Winston.
When the Israel-Iran conflict began, sadly, the key political risks associated with Brent crude oil began to trigger. We saw an appreciation in terms of crude oil prices rising from $70.5 to $75.18, and sadly, it's likely been projected to hit 80.2% by the blue line you see on the diagram. And just as yesterday, it is projected to have dropped because of the announcement by Trump of ceasefire, which has not necessarily been intermittent.
So you see the announcement by Trump. Yes. Actually easing things. Now that's because there's some bit of certainty. Initially, when all of this started, the conversation was that Iran produces some 3% of the world's total fuel consumption daily, produces a little over 3 million barrels of crude oil daily. Now the total daily consumption globally is at 103 million barrels. And so we said, okay, if Saudi Arabia is prepared to do this, then there will be no problem. But as the conflict continued, there was a problem rising to 80. The assurance, if I could put it that way, by Donald Trump when he indicated that, okay, there's a ceasefire, so call it the 12-day war, we saw, a sharp decline in the prices of crude oil. And then today, when we checked, is at $68. But this is it for me. I've already made reference to our national strategy document.
Yes.
It says we must have at least 6 months reserve of fuel. And this includes petrol, diesel, gas. The question is, how do we achieve this? Well, according to the BOG data, total import bill per month for crude oil is at $400 million. We're going to stay here and say that when we return, we get into this must-have conversation. Our interest is the economic fallout from distant conflict, but most importantly, how do we ensure that we build the buffers that we need? How do we insulate Ghanaians from these conflicts? How do we build resilient economies that can withstand all the shocks from these conflicts? When we return, you'll be hearing from David Ofosu-Dotte, you hear from Professor Godfred Boateng, and you hear from Gabi Kumi, who is chairman of the Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. We'll be right back.
Are you struggling to own a decent home with your limited earnings? Or are you breaking the bank to construct that commercial or public property? Then Point of Light Construction is your solution. We're your trusted experts.
Sasso, sasso, se come tonton preco. Sasso, sasso, se come tonton preco. Edrana drama in your session. Yeah, how can see out in my baby? Minya me born and miss a so spray. Every mosquito starting run away. Come on, tonton preco. Sasso, sasso, mi se come tonton preco. Come on, tonton preco. Sasso, come tonton preco. Nani sham ne die, demonstronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
FPAC is effective for headaches and relieves the symptoms of flu, colds, and catarrh. FPAC blows away the pain associated with sore throats. During and after a hard day's work, FPAC relieves you of body pains. After the day's sports workout, FPAC helps the body to control the aching muscles. FPAC is effective against feverishness. FPAC reduces body temperature associated with malaria and other fevers. FPAC is effective against rheumatic pains. You can find FPAC in all pharmacy and chemical select shops throughout the country. FPAC is not recommended for children less than 16 years of age, ulcer and asthmatic patients, pregnant and lactating mothers. If symptoms persist for more than 2 days, consult your doctor. FPAC blows your pain away.
FPAC Junior follows in the tradition of FPAC tablets, a trusted friend to relieve your child of pain associated with teething, catarrh, cold and fever. The good that FPAC does for you, FPAC Junior does for your child. FPAC Junior is for children between 6 months and 12 years. FPAC Junior blows your child's pain away.
Joe Metal Ministries presents Praise Reloaded 2025, dubbed Festival of Gratitude, featuring Joe Metal, Nathaniel Bassi, Dokozo Mbambo, Akese Brimpong, Pastor Isaiah, and many more. Luigi Mackling and Nyonyam, Team Eternity Ghana, and Soul Winners on Sunday, the 29th of June 2025. Venue Elwork Sports Stadium. Gates open at 1 p.m. Event starts at 3 p.m. It's absolutely free. Simply register on JoeMetalMusic.com to secure your seat. Sponsors: Silicon House Productions, Greenline Juice and Smoothie, Palms by Eagles, High-End Productions, The Family Health Organization, Tank Palace Hotel, Joburg Ghana Limited, Africa World Airlines, iPay, Ace Protocol Services, Timeline Creative, Access Security, 360 Productions, DDP, Decozone, Sterling Gift, Unicorn Chemist. Media partners: Joy Entertainment, Joy FM, Joy Prime, Hits FM. This event is powered by Reverb Studios.
In your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet.